You are listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Csu-Pueblo Thunder Bowl. It's Showdown Saturday here today for the Thunderwolves and the Ore Diggers as Mines has made their way down from Golden. And what a remarkable job they've done on this playing surface here at the Thunder Bowl, Joe. It's I saw some of the pictures earlier this morning. They started out at like 4 in the morning. They did a lot of work yesterday, and then they got after today, and it's perfect.
Perfect field, and actually the conditions are perfect. What we've gone through the last couple of days, it's hard to believe that they're as perfect as they are. Now there's snow in the end zones and on the sidelines and in the stands, but on the field for the two combatants, this is a perfect place to play today. Temperature even.
Yeah, they took care of the main thing, and that was the field. I kidded you, and I said, well, they don't quite have it down to a science like they do in Buffalo or places like that where they get the snowshoots and you get people in the stands putting the snow in the snowshoots and running it down to the field where they could have had it. But as long as the fans don't get rambunctious and start chucking snowballs, we'll be just fine. You just got to set your feet in the snow a little bit.
Well, hopefully they're paying attention to the game today and don't start chucking snowballs. Every game's the next game's the biggest one. The game you're playing is the biggest one. You always focus on the faceless opponent. Today is a big game for both programs. This is a make-or-break day for Mines. They lose, they're done. And it's a make-or-break deal for Csu-Pueblo because if they win, they're at least a tie for the outright RMAC championship.
Yeah, you look at the way the Thunderwolves have been here with the bye week coming where it did. After the bye week, every weekend, it just ratchets up that much more. Big game last week, got that done. Here's another check mark they need to do. And if they just start stacking check marks together, we could have a magical run here. But it all starts today again.
Absolutely, and we've heard that word that you just used all season long by these coaches and players. It's stacking. Stacking plays, stacking quarters, stacking wins, just stacking practices. They just got to keep stacking. And we like this team. We think it has all the pieces. Today we're going to find out.
Well, one of the big news of the day is the starting quarterback for Mines. He missed last week, concussion, not in action today. We're talking about Evan Foster, a guy that has thrown 21 touchdown passes this year. Their senior quarterback that was kind of the apprentice for the last 4 years under John Matoka. This was his year, but he got hurt a couple weeks ago against Western Colorado, did not play against Highlands last week, and he is not in uniform today. Their star wide receiver, though, Max McLeod, rumored to be out today. He is in. So they got some good news. They got some bad news.
Yeah, I laugh on the depth chart. McLeod is not listed as playing and is. And Foster is listed as starting and isn't even dressed. So thank you for the updated play calling sheet. Mines.
Exactly. But their running back is back as well, Landon Walker. And they ran the ball for 450, almost 500 yards last week against Highlands. Now, that could be an anomaly. You've got a freshman quarterback going out there. You want to kind of ease him into it. Plus, you knew an opponent you could just be physical with. Well, it'd be interesting to see what their game plan is going in here today against the mighty Thunderwolves.
Well, this is what I've told everybody all week after seeing those stats. Consider who they played. Okay, no offense to Highlands, but Highlands isn't Western. Highlands isn't Mesa. Highlands definitely isn't Csu-Pueblo. So you should run for 400 yards on them, and they did.
Yeah, and it's kind of in my mind, maybe it's fool's gold, but I've watched the entire game they played against Western Colorado a couple weeks ago. I watched a lot of the game they played against Mesa. I watched a lot of the game they played against Chadron. And this is just not the same Mines club from the last 2 years where they went to the national final. Now, of course, not many teams are going to be able to follow up stuff like that. But the COVID deal was pretty good to Mines. They had a lot of 6-year guys that all came together these last couple of years. They lost all those guys, and now they had to retool this year, and it's just not quite the same. But make no mistake, they're still pretty damn good.
And this is what I tell everybody. We watched Csu-Pueblo grow and grow and grow and get to the top of the mountain. Well, that's been Mines. Well, you can't stay there. I don't care who you are. You're just not going to be able to sustain that championship dominance all the time. And Mines right now is rebuilding just a little bit. I think you said it perfect, is they don't have the swagger that we're used to seeing. And, you know, you get beat, that knocks the swagger out of them.
All right, we'll come back after this timeout. We'll talk to head coach Phil Vigil. That all comes your way next. It's all part of the Thunderwolves pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to the Thunderwolves pregame show. And joining me now, head coach Phil Vigil. And Phil, quite a week to get ready for this Mines Ball Club.
We've had some near-perfect weather here in Pueblo. I had to improvise and adapt and got some really good work in. It was a really good week of prep, actually, and the guys are focused and ready to go.
Well, let's look back on last week a little bit. Just a very impressive game. We talked about in your coaches show you've had the tendency maybe in a big game to maybe get started a little bit slow, but in this game you came out firing right away, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, I just challenge the guys to play free, and what we have on this team is more than enough. And we don't have to play above our head. We just have to go out there and do our job and play for each other. And the guys did that for 60 minutes on Saturday, and it was awesome to see. They played up to our standard, and it was fun.
Well, still, despite being in control of the game most of the way, there were still some moments where they challenged you, and each time you guys responded, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, really, when it came down to it, when we needed to make a play, everyone made a play, whether it was offense going down and scoring or defense getting a big stop or special teams converting on kicks. Like when we needed it, we needed somebody to make a play. Somebody stepped up and made a play, and that was really the tell of the game on Saturday against Western. You know, we made more plays than they did, and just credit to our guys and you know, really against a really quality opponent in Western Colorado, who is a very good football team.
Plus, you got to find out Roman Fuller the week before against Black Hill State. Maybe a little anomaly there with the slow start and not getting out on the field, but you kind of found out what he could do in this ball game.
Yeah, just really proud of Roman. You know, challenged him, believed in him. He played with a lot of confidence on Saturday and really directed the offense and put the ball in positions where our playmakers can go and make plays. And when you can do that, they've proven all year long that they can go make those plays, you know, with Taylor on the edge and Reggie on the other side. And you know, it doesn't hurt at all when you got number 4 in the backfield, and it was a lot of fun watching him go out there and operate. He really just took what the defense gave him.
And going into the ball game, all the talk, I guess, maybe about their big defensive front, what they were going to do, but I thought your defensive front was the key unit of the ball game.
Yeah, we really talked about all week getting after the passer and finding ways to disrupt Drew Nash. He's a heck of a player, and we did that. You know, we sacked him 5 times on Saturday, and probably had another, you know, 3 or 4 that we could have sacked him. And you know, he's a great playmaker. He made some plays and kept some things alive. But ultimately, our defense did a really good job against him and affecting his play.
And we transition now to this Mines Ball Club. Maybe not as good as last year, but they're still 2-time national runners-up. They got a lot of guys back. They just don't have that Matoka back, but everybody else looks pretty strong.
This is a very dangerous football team. You know, I honestly think everyone looks at their record and thinks, oh, Mines has fallen off. And I think that they're even more dangerous now that they've got 2 losses. You know, this game means a lot. It means a lot to them from a playoff standpoint. It means a lot to us. You know, they came here last year and embarrassed us at home. And I know our guys have a bad taste in their mouth because of that. You know, really, for us, it's about going out and doing the things that we've done last week and doing the things we've done all year long, which is play for each other and play to our standard. And we've got to start fast. You know, that was a huge key for us last week, and we've got to continue that today.
In a lot of ways, your seasons are kind of similar. Although you guys escaped with the win against Black Hills, they weren't able to escape Mesa. But other than that, your teams are very similar.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You know, they've got 2 conference losses right now against Western Colorado and Colorado Mesa. And you know, this is, again, I can't say it enough. I can't stress it enough to our fans, to our team. This is a very dangerous football team, and we've got to show up with the intent that, you know, they're going to give us everything we want and more. And so we've got to find a way to play our game. We've got to find a way to dictate to them and make them play our game, you know, and that's really the key today.
Well, I think you got the blueprint kind of from Western. What they did to them kind of controlled them a little bit. They hit them over the top a little bit in the second half. But if you can get after the quarterback a little bit, it causes problems for them.
I mean, that's football. You know, if it's John Matoka, if it's Patrick Mahomes, it doesn't matter who it is. If you can get after the quarterback, you're going to have success, and that's going to be a key for us defensively, is finding a way to disrupt the decision maker. And I don't know who it's going to be today. Their starter didn't play against New Mexico Highlands last week, and so it'll be interesting to see who they run out there to take snaps for them. But regardless of who it is, we've got to find a way to get after them.
Well, sometimes when adversity hits, you find an identity. They ran the ball like crazy last week. I guess that has you wondering,
are going to come in and try to run it down our throat as well.
Yeah, they ran the ball efficiently last week. I think they rushed for, almost 500 yards or something crazy like that. And so, again, it just goes to show how good this team is. I mean, they've got two extremely dynamic playmakers on the edge in Flynn Scheel and Max McLeod, two of the best in Division II. They've got a great decision maker at quarterback. They've got some tailbacks that can really run. And there's a challenge there for sure for our defense. And we're going to have to be at our best.
And defensively, they're pretty solid. They like to occupy you up front and let their linebackers fly to the ball.
Yeah, they're going to overload the box. They're going to put 7 in the box at all times. They've got a lot of guys on the defensive side that have played a lot of football and played in big football games and have won big football games. And there's something to be said for that, For us, offensively, we've got to find a way to control the box. They do a great job disguising their pressures, disguising their coverages, and so we've got to be really good pre-snap and then confirming those things post-snap so we can go and play fast and put ourselves in good position. So they do a lot that gives us issues, but at the end of the day, we have to be more physical. If we can control the box, if we can hit them in the mouth for 60 minutes, I think we're going to come out on top.
And for you on a personal level and for your staff, this is kind of the reason you come to Csu-Pueblo, right, is try to turn this program back to where it was and making me go a little bit further.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Coach Riston, the players that have come before here have done such an unbelievable job of setting high expectations for this program. And you come to Csu-Pueblo to play in meaningful games in November and December. And this is as meaningful as they get. This is an opportunity for us to secure at least a share of the RMAC championship. It's an opportunity for us to continue to stay on track from a regional ranking standpoint and in the playoffs. But we'll worry about those things when they get here. We've got to worry about Colorado School of Mines today.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Things will take care of themselves. You take care of business.
That's exactly right. Our process has led us to this point, and that's about being the best today that we possibly can be. And whether it's Monday in meetings or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in practice, we've got to find a way to be intentional in the moment that we are in. And we've had a great week of prep, and so I think we'll be intentional today when we're out here.
All right, good luck today.
Thank you.
Thunderbolts head coach Phil Veal back with more of our pregame show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Csu-Pueblo Thunder Bowl. It's Showdown Saturday here today for the Thunderwolves and the Ore Diggers as Mines has made their way down from Golden. And what a remarkable job they've done on this playing surface here at the Thunder Bowl, Joe. It's I saw some of the pictures earlier this morning. They started out at like 4 in the morning. They did a lot of work yesterday, and then they got after today, and it's perfect.
Perfect field. And actually, the conditions are perfect. What we've gone through the last couple of days, it's hard to believe that they're as perfect as they are. Now, there's snow in the end zones and on the sidelines and in the stands, but on the field, for the two combatants, this is a perfect place to play today. Temperature even.
Yeah, they took care of the main thing, and that was the field. I kidded you, and I said, well, they don't quite have it down to a science like they do in Buffalo or places like that where they get the snowshoots and you get people in the stands putting the snow in the snowshoots and running it down to the field where they could have had it. But as long as the fans don't get rambunctious and start chucking snowballs, we'll be just fine. You just got to set your feet in the snow a little bit.
Well, hopefully they're paying attention to the game today and don't start chucking snowballs. Every game's the next game's the biggest one. The game you're playing is the biggest one. You always focus on the faceless opponent. Today is a big game for both programs. This is a make or break day for Mines. They lose, they're done. And it's a make or break deal for Csu-Pueblo because if they win, they're at least a tie for the outright RMAC championship.
Yeah, you look at the way the Thunderbolts have been here with the bye week coming where it did. After the bye week, every weekend, it just ratchets up that much more. Big game last week, got that done. Here's another check mark they need to do. And if they just start stacking check marks together, we could have a magical run here. But it all starts today again.
Absolutely, and we've heard that word that you just used all season long by these coaches and players. It's stacking. Stacking plays, stacking quarters, stacking wins, just stacking practices. They just got to keep stacking. And we like this team. We think it has all the pieces. Today we're going to find out.
Well, one of the big news of the day is the starting quarterback for Mines. He missed last week, concussion, not in action today. We're talking about Evan Foster, a guy that has thrown 21 touchdown passes this year. Their senior quarterback that was kind of the apprentice for the last 4 years. under John Matoka. This was his year, but he got hurt a couple weeks ago against Western Colorado, did not play against Highlands last week, and he is not in uniform today. Their star wide receiver, though, Max McLeod, rumored to be out today. He is in. So they got some good news, they got some bad news.
Yeah, I laugh on the depth chart. McLeod is not listed as playing and is, and Foster is listed as starting and isn't even dressed. So thank you for the updated play calling sheet minds.
Exactly. But their running back is back as well, Landon Walker. And they ran the ball for 450, almost 500 yards last week against Highlands. Now, that could be an anomaly. You've got a freshman quarterback going out there. You want to kind of ease him into it. Plus, you knew an opponent you could just be physical with. Well, it'd be interesting to see what their game plan is going in here today against the mighty Thunderwolves.
Well, this is what I've told everybody all week after seeing those stats. Consider who they played. Okay, no offense to Highlands, but Highlands isn't Western. Highlands isn't Mesa. Highlands definitely isn't CSU Pueblo. So you should run for 400 yards on them, and they did.
Yeah, and it's kind of in my mind, maybe it's fool's gold, but I've watched the entire game they played against Western Colorado a couple weeks ago. I watched a lot of the game they played against Mesa. I watched a lot of the game they played against Chadron. And this is just not the same Mines club from the last 2 years where they went to the national final. Now, of course, not many teams are going to be able to follow up stuff like that. But the COVID deal was pretty good to Mines. They had a lot of 6-year guys that all came together these last couple of years. They lost all those guys, and now they had to retool this year, and it's just not quite the same. But make no mistake, they're still pretty damn good.
And this is what I tell everybody. We watched CSU Pueblo grow and grow and grow and get to the top of the mountain. Well, that's been Mines. Well, you can't stay there. I don't care who you are. You're just not going to be able to sustain that championship dominance all the time. And Mines right now is rebuilding just a little bit. I think you said it perfect, is they don't have the swagger that we're used to seeing. And, you get beat, that knocks the swagger out of them.
All right, we'll come back after this timeout. We'll talk to head coach Phil Vigil. That all comes your way next. It's all part of the Thunderwolves pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunder Bowl. Without further ado, let's go to the keys to victory for today's ball game with Joe Cervi. First for the Thunderwolves.
I think it's going to be just like last week where first down was key on offense and defense. If CSU Pueblo be +5, +6 on first down, they're going to make it a long day for the Mines defense. And conversely, if the CSU Pueblo defense can keep the Mines offense off schedule, that's going to be huge.
For the Ore Diggers to come in here, it's a must-win for them. They have to try to save their season. What do they have to do?
Well, they're going to have to take some chances, and I expect they will. And they can't turn the ball over. This is going to be one of those. They have a penchant for turning the ball over, and CSU Pueblo is very opportunistic.
All right, there's your keys to victory. Let's go ahead and do the weather forecast here. Right now, it's 43 degrees, expecting to get up to 44 in about an hour. That'll be your high temperature for today. But the key stat today, not much wind at all, about a 2-mile-per-hour wind gusting to maybe 5 miles per hour. So all in all, considering the weather we've had this week, is Phil V would like to say, Joe, it's near perfect.
Yeah, this is as near perfect as you're going to get, and it's only going to get better the rest of the week, so that's a good thing. But I'm just amazed at how good the field looks, and I'm ready to play today, because last night I had people texting me, asking me if the game was going to be canceled.
Exactly. In fact, even this morning I got that text. Oh, are we playing? I go, yeah, we're going to play
It's
today.
Football,
it's
people.
Pueblo. We're going to be just fine. It's going to be balmy. All right, kickoff is next. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunder Bowl. Without further ado, let's go to the keys to victory for today's ball game with Joe Cervi. First for the Thunderwolves.
I think it's going to be just like last week where first down was key on offense and defense. If CSU Pueblo be +5, +6 on first down, they're going to make it a long day for the Mines defense. And conversely, if the CSU Pueblo defense can keep the Mines offense off schedule, that's going to be huge.
For the Ore Diggers to come in here, it's a must-win for them. They have to try to save their season. What do they have to do?
Well, they're going to have to take some chances, and I expect they will. and they can't turn the ball over. This is going to be one of those. They have a penchant for turning the ball over, and Csu-Pueblo is very opportunistic.
All right, there's your keys to victory. Let's go ahead and do the weather forecast here. Right now, it's 43 degrees, expecting to get up to 44 in about an hour. That'll be your high temperature for today. But the key stat today, not much wind at all, about a 2-mile-per-hour wind gusting to maybe 5 miles per hour. So all in all, considering the weather we've had this week, is Phil V would like to say, Joe, it's near perfect.
Yeah, this is as near perfect as you're going to get, and it's only going to get better the rest of the week, so that's a good thing. But I'm just amazed at how good the field looks, and I'm ready to play today, because last night I had people texting me, asking me if the game was going to be canceled.
Exactly. In fact, even this morning I got that text. Oh, are we playing? I go, yeah, we're going to play
It's
today.
football,
It's
people.
Pueblo. We're going to be just fine. It's going to be balmy. All right, kickoff is next. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Improve public infrastructure, create new housing, reduce crime, and strengthen school districts. They participate in development projects by offering direct incentives to private developers and by investing in public improvements in designated project areas. Pueblo Urban Renewal Authority, proud sponsor of Thunderwolves Athletics.
Here we go, folks. Looks like another fan is lining up to use his official Broncos debit card only from Ent Credit Union. Wow, what a play! With Broncos checking, there's no monthly maintenance fees, no Ent ATM fees, and he earns dividends. Oh, he's buying a Broncos jersey. He taps his card, and touchdown! Plus, he scores exclusive Broncos discounts. Bank better with Broncos checking from Ent Credit Union, the official banking partner of the Denver Broncos. Open an account now at ent.com/Broncos. Insured by NCUA.
Hurry up and try new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. They're 4 fun-sized puffs packed with layers of pepperoni, cheese, and sauce, and only $3.99. So what are you waiting for? Try them now.
You heard him. We need to go try these new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs right now.
Stop it! Drive like a wind, Debbie. Enjoy delicious new Crazy Puffs on the
Can you
go
see who those?
for $3.99. Only at Little Caesars.
Can you tell who those guys are?
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a gold medal grizzly.
Darius Allen in the middle.
It's got to be, doesn't it? Just turn this stupid thing off.
Not exactly a skinny dipper, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. So get a quote at farmers.com.
We are farmers.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Officiating crew making their way to midfield. Our captains will be going out here shortly. Of course, this is the 10th anniversary weekend for the Thunderbolts celebrating their national championship team back in 2014. We recognize Darius Allen as one of the honorary captains today. The other two, we didn't get the memo.
And they're wearing hoodies and hats, so good luck with that.
But Darius, a key call. We might get Darius here in the second quarter. I talked to John Riston yesterday, and he said he tried to get a couple guests for us from that 2014 team. So Darius was one of the ones we asked for. So we'll see if we get to talk to him here in the second quarter of today's broadcast. Just finished another one of the little hype videos, and the captain's out there at midfield right now. Paul Browning is also.
Well, I don't know how he's an honorary captain. He's helping the receivers out.
Yeah.
Volunteering a little bit. And the other one, of course, is our good friend, offensive lineman, Scotland Coyle.
There we go. Good. Keep an eye on the coin toss. Again, we will not have a referee mic here today. Next year, I promise it's all going to be better because they're going to move us all over to the other side and everything's going to be hunky-dory, they say.
You know, Paul Browning, you're celebrating the Natty Championship in 2024, and that was 2014, and there was one touchdown caught in that game.
And he hauled it in.
Yes, he did.
It was a beauty. Fans applauding the introduction of the honorary captains here.
Jim, I remember that game like it was yesterday. You and I in that little
day.
soccer stadium in Kansas City going, they're going to win this thing.
What a day that was, magical day. And then the celebration afterward, it was just
holy cow.
Awesome.
It was crazy.
And tell you what, the Thunderwolves Ball Club this year, they have a lot of similarities to that club. I mean, they're big, strong, fast, good defense. Maybe they got a pretty good running game, got a pretty good weaponry. I mean, they're built to be good in November and December.
Yes, they are, and having all the pieces. Mines wins the toss and defers. So we're going to see Roman Fuller, the national or the Colorado chapter high school or college football foundation player of the week right away.
What a week he had last week. The entire offense played kind of out of their minds in that game. Had good contributions from the running game, passing game. It was all working.
Darius took some hardware out there, by the way, to the coin toss. You know, it's a little intimidating when you take your natty trophy
that is
for
cool.
the coin toss.
Exactly. Is he kind of saying, here's what we were able to win, what you guys didn't win in your 2 chances?
Darius was just mean. He looks a little small compared to these Thunderwolves, though, and he was a man among boys back in the day.
You know, I don't mean to rub it in to my, yes, I do.
Okay.
Take that. All right. We've been looking forward to this for quite some time. The Thunderwolves, another crack at Mines. 5 in a row, the Orediggers have defeated the Thunderwolves. You have to go back to the playoff game back in 19 or 2018?
Yeah, it was, and you know what? They lost in the regular season and then beat them in the playoffs.
Might have been 2017 now that I think about it.
They all run together, Jim.
They do.
The only season that does not run together for me is 2014.
All right, kicking off for the Orediggers, it'll be Matthew Ike. Funny story there. He was locked out of the locker room for a little bit. They finally found a door he could get in. Nigel Mitchell, along with Corian Burrell, back deep to receive the kickoff. They stand at their own 5-yard line. Fans that are here getting jacked up. Some still filing in here from the tailgate. Official has given the whistle for ready for play. We're ready as well. And we are underway from the Thunderbolt. Kickoff going to sail into the end zone, barely by about a yard, and hits dead there. Nigel Mitchell pretty confident there that it was going to go over his head, so he let it hit. Once it hits down in the end zone, ball's dead, comes out to the 25-yard line. That's where the Thunderbolts will start this first drive of the game. Thunderbolts win. They win a automatic share of the conference title. Mines wins. They keep their playoff hopes alive. That's what's on the line here today. Thunderbolts #1 in the region, #1 in the conference. Mines, the 5-time defending champion. Fuller brings him out to the line of scrimmage. He'll operate from the gun. He's got Howard Russell on his right hip. Retzlaff comes in motion to the right side, so in effect it's trips to the right here for the Thunderwolves. And they're going to give it to Russell up the middle. He's got a nice hole. He's across the 30, 35. He's got a first down. So on first down, the Thunderwolves pick up 11 yards.
You'll take a day of that with right over Senate Chapel's hip. Hole as big as the just gaper right there in the A-gap.
Thunderwolves go to their lightning package. They come right up on the line of scrimmage. Look at this formation. Everybody right next to each other pretty much. Not a wide out per se. Now they send a man in motion. Rakowski out to the right side. They look that way. They fire it that way. He's got it across the 40. Nice cut, and he's close to another first down. Might mark him down right at the 45, and they do. He'll be a yard short. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
You know, put him in motion like that, drop the corner into off coverage, and that wide open right there.
This time Retzlaff will line up wide to the left. Toscas wide to the right. Lucky Do now shifts to the right side of the formation. Dvorak, the other tight end, is on the left side. They give it to Russell up the middle. He's hit and gets no gain. It'll be 3rd down and a yard. So short yardage for the Thunderwolves. Unable to pick up the yard there. Actually lost maybe a half yard. So it'll be 3rd down and a little over a yard here for the first down. Bring your heavy package in. That means Burrell will come in.
And Bozzy. So you got three
tight ends here. And they also bring in Kroll to play quarterback. So you have a run-pass option with the quarterback here. Dvorak in motion, now resets. Kroll going to change the play call, and now he shifts Dvorak to the right side of the formation. They're unbalanced that way, and Thunderwolves get a timeout in before the delay of game.
You know, that was a hair trigger by the back judge on the.
So they do give the Thunderwolves the timeout. We see that in all levels of football. They defer to the timeout, even though some say, well, that's got to be delay a game. They kind of err to the side of the coach getting the timeout call. So the Thunderwolves, a lot of shifting there, trying to get the Orediggers off balance there. Never got the look they wanted in time and take the timeout.
Well, I was kind of watching the back, because they do the countdown and the play clocks are right in front of the quarterback's eyes. But it was just turning 0 when he threw the flag. I'm like, that's kind of a hair trigger back there. You usually get to that half step, and he did not get that one.
So now we come back out to the line of scrimmage here. It's just 30-second timeout, a shorty here early in the game. So the Thunderwolves will stay with the same personnel grouping. 3 tight end set here. Here's where I'd like to just take a shot, Joe. Let's just hit Rhett Slaff down that right sideline on play action. There's nobody in the secondary. Just get him to the middle of the field.
But you got Stevie Kroll at quarterback, though,
and they give it to Burrell up the middle. He's hitting the backfield, and he is thrown for no gain.
Yeah, he
They'll
didn't
have to punt the ball away on 4th and a yard here.
No, you go for it here, don't you? No, he's going to punt it.
Play by number 22, Corian Burrell.
That's a win for Mines defense right there. 3 cracks to get a yard, and they can't do it. Brian Netkin is not happy with his offensive line.
So the punt team comes out. Connor Mickelson back deep to stand at his own 10-yard to receive the punt from Reagan Baker. And got a false start, I believe, here on the Thunderwolves.
False start. Offense number 25.
Yeah, Keith McCaney, the gunner on the far side, flinched. So if there was a fake called, guess what? It's not now.
So 4th and 6 now for the Thunderwolves from the 40-yard line. Good snap. Baker's punt is away. Doesn't quite turn over. Fair catch taken at the 19-yard line. So all in all, that's a win for the Orediggers. Only a 40-yard punt. And after the Thunderwolves had 2nd and a yard, unable to pick up the first down. So now we'll see Mines on offense. And it'll be Joseph Capra, the quarterback, the freshman. He started last week, acquitted himself well. Their regular starter, Evan Foster, out for the 2nd straight week with a concussion. So they'll start from the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Orediggers. No score here, 12:25 to go in the first quarter. Capro, he'll operate from the gun. Has Walker on his left hip, gives it to him, and he's hit after a gain of about 2 out to the 21-yard line. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Peyton Shaw on the stop for the Thunderwolves.
Back on the play by number 7, Peyton Shaw.
They go hurry up, no huddle. Hurry up, but they're not in a real hurry. They just kind of come up the line of scrimmage. They don't want the Thunderwolves to be able to substitute.
They got Peyton Shaw now on the slot receiver, which is Max McLeod.
Straight drop back here. And they look over the middle, nothing there. Quarterback will run, and he's got some room. He's got a big gain, 35-40. 45, gets to the sideline, 50 out of bounds at the 45-yard line of the Thunderwolves. So it opened up there for Capra, and he took advantage. And the Orediggers are into Thunderwolves territory.
That's one thing you got. Matoka was great at back in the day, escapability, and that was a huge gain. Nobody touched him, Jim. The sideline took him out.
They'll go quad wide receivers to the right side here. 4 from the hash mark out toward the sideline. Single wide receiver left. It's an empty backfield here for Capra. Takes the snap. He looks right, and the pass right dropped. Tried to get it over there to Max McLeod, but he was under heavy pressure right away. And again, it was Peyton Shaw who's been very active here in the early going for the Thunderwolves. Here comes the mass substitution package for the Thunderwolves. Orediggers are ready to go. They're right up on the line of scrimmage. Thunderwolves still looking for their defensive play call, but now the center judge moves out of there, says we're ready to go. Wide out to each side this time. Fake it into the middle. Look right. Pass right. Caught at the 40. Coming back inside. Short of the first down. Ball hauled in by Sheely. And he'll gain 8. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Orediggers from the 37-yard line of the Thunderwolves.
It's a nice pass by Capra. He had to wait just a hair, but he shows he's got the arm strength to get it where he needs to. He played last week. They didn't throw much last week. They ran the ball all over Highlands.
Well, on the year, 17 out of 28, 161 yards are his offensive numbers. Has thrown a couple touchdowns. 3rd and 2. They run it up the middle, and they get the first down and more. As Landon Walker almost sprung that for a touchdown, taken down by the last man, the safety, at the 27-yard line, but it's 1st and 10 Orediggers.
This is not the start you want if you're CSU Pueblo. You're getting pushed off the ball on the defensive front, and you got stoned cold by the defensive front of Mines.
Well, Mines made substitutions, so the Thunderwolves are allowed to match here. That's why the center judge stands in right behind the center. Referee looks it over, says we're ready to go. Center judge abandons, and we're ready. 1st and 10 Orediggers, 27-yard line of the Thunderwolves. Now Mines will change the play call. They look toward the sideline. Capra has what he wants. He's got Walker on his left hip. And he gives it to Walker up the middle. He's hit immediately. Cody Ramming and company have him for a gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's such a big back that he's going to fall forward. So he's going to positive yards usually all the time. He's thick.
Seidenberger also in there to help out on the tackle. Ramming hit him first. Now here comes the substitution package.
When you're running back 6'2", 225 and fast, it gives you a lot of options.
Well, so you wonder last week they found themselves an identity when they got to go to their backup quarterback. They're going to become a sledgehammer-type ball club here. Trips to the left. They look left. Now comes back right. Pressure is on, and they got him. They sack. The ball comes out. Still loose. Looks like the Orediggers covered it up, I believe, at the 26-yard line. No signal as of yet.
Scipio got to the quarterback and forced the fumble.
Mines does recover. It will be a loss of a yard, so it's going to be 3rd down and 9. So big early moment there. Thunderwolves had a chance. Unable to get on top of it.
Recovered by the offense. 3rd down.
So they got pressure that time on Capra. 3rd and 9. They're going to need to get it again. Stone along with McLeod are wide to the left. Sheely is in the slot to the right here. 2 backs in the backfield protecting Capra. Now he sends a man in motion to the left side. Straight drop back. Looks over the middle. Fires it over the middle. Incomplete. Tried to go to McLeod. Looked like the umpire might have gotten in the way of McLeod that time as he cut off his pattern. Capper took a pretty good shot as he delivered the ball.
And Seidenberger was kind of in the area, too. Going to attempt a field goal. This will be a 45-yarder or so.
Matthew Ike in to try it. They're going to spot it at the 43. So 43 yards in all from the right hash mark. Ike on the year, 5 of 7. He does have a 47-yarder to his credit this year. Chance to get the Orediggers on the board here first. Ball's down. Kick is up on the way, and it is good. So the Orediggers strike first. 8:21 to go here in the first quarter. Mines 3. CSU Pueblo nothing. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunderbolt. Mines leads it 3-0. Able to get a couple of pretty big plays. The key play of the drive was Capra's big scramble.
Yeah, and they're going to have to account for that the entire game, Jim. He's very fast. He's elusive, and calling his own number is not a big deal.
Well, they just honored the 2014 National Championship team. They hope to get 80 guys here this week off that team, but the weather put a dent in a lot of guys' travel plans getting here, but still pretty good contingent, about 40 or so it looked like out there on the field. And Darius Allen holding the National Championship trophy high.
You know what's great about Darius, other than that he was a great player, but he's a Pueblo kid.
Yeah.
You know, it's great that a local kid could be that dominant of a player for a national championship team.
And he was a menace. Talk about a game wrecker. Here's the kick. And it's going to sail into the end zone and over the head of Nigel Mitchell. He had designs there, but once the ball got over his head, he just let it go. Like he was poised to return one that time.
Yeah, if I'm CSU Pueblo, I know you got to turn the page real quick, but I'm still bothered that I couldn't get a yard in 2 plays with this offense.
Well, again, Joe, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but to get a yard out of the shotgun, it's hard. You just allow the defense to get penetration. That's what they did on both those plays.
Well, and I get that, but you also have in your third string quarterback, and you hand it off. So there's no
wide receiver screen right side. Retzlaff has it. Gets up the sideline. Across the 30, maybe the 31. We'll see where they mark it here, where he stepped out of bounds. Looks like they're going to give him the 30-yard line. So a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Reggie's brother got a big game tonight. Holy War.
Yeah, Utah.
BYU, Utah tonight.
Same formation, 2 wideouts each side. Russell the lone back on the left hip of Fuller. Ball's on the right hash. 2nd and 5. Straight drop back by Fuller. Steps up, fires right, and that's out of bounds. Tried to get it to Nigel Mitchell. He was under heavy pressure. Took a big shot coming in there for the Ore Diggers. One of their linebackers, Dominic Caganio.
And you know what? He got in there by himself. There were 3 Thunderbolts trying to block him, and he still hit Roman Fuller.
3rd and 5 here. Ore Diggers show blitz. They've got 7 guys up along the line of scrimmage. Got every gap filled here. Just a matter of which one's going to come here. Thunderbolts with a tight formation. All the receivers close to the line of scrimmage are right next to the linemen, I should say. Russell in motion to the right side. Might have got a head start. No call. Comes left side. Caught by Rakowski, and he's really short of the first down. Just short.
Oh, my. How do they...
He's short by about a yard, so it'll be 4th and 1 from the 34-yard line. So decision time for the Thunderbolts. Looks like the punt team's going to come out here. Phil Vigil thinking about it. Yep, you got to punt it.
Well, you got to have patience. You can't panic with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. You have to get a feel for the game, and you can't panic.
That was a great tackle that time by the Ore Diggers, preventing Rakowski from getting up the field. He kind of gambled, diving at his shoe tops, but he got him. If he misses him, Rakowski might still be running. Punt formation here. Baker gets it away, low kick. Chance for the return. Taken, fumble! It's loose! Still loose! And it looks like the Ore Diggers got it. There's a scramble for it at the 25-yard line. I think it's Mines' ball. It is. Whoa, what a desperation play there by Connor Mickelson as he outfought one of the Thunderbolts. Had a slight advantage there. Had his hands on it first. They tried to rip it free. Couldn't get it done. So twice the Ore Diggers have put the ball on the turf in this game, and both times they've come up gold recovering it.
And that's key because if they turn the ball over, it's detrimental in this place.
So they'll start from the 25-yard line. Capper, the redshirt freshman quarterback, pressed into action last week. Gets the start again this week. Their starter, Evan Foster, the senior, is out, the 5-year senior. Wide out to each side. Fake it in the middle. And here comes pressure. Gets the pass away. Wide open and dropped at about the 40-yard line.
You know,
just a little bit behind Sheely.
And Thomas Webb was the only one in coverage, and kind of a miscommunication by the secondary. Noah Purcell is not going to cover Flynn Sheely. I don't care how he's a great linebacker, but Sheely's way too fast.
Well, they gave him enough time. That allowed Sheely, who was lined up wide to the right, to come all the way across the field that time. This time McLeod wide to the left. Sheely is wide to the right. McLeod in motion across the formation. They fake the jet sweep. Here's the run by Capper. He's taken down after a gain of 2.
That was not Capper. That was a direct snap to Landon Walker.
Yes, you're right. Sorry, Joe. Thank you.
Thomas Webb Jr.
They did go Wildcat that time to Landon Walker. Now Capper comes back in the ballgame.
I was surprised that when he got up from the pile and handed the ball, I thought they fumbled again.
So it's 3rd and 8 from the 27-yard line. Fans making some noise here. Chance for the Thunderbolts. They have their first big moment of the game here on defense. They rush 5. Comes pressure off the edge, and they got it. Scipio and company there to make the sack. Back at the 23-yard line, so the Thunderbolts do indeed get that big play on defense.
Does Micaiah Scipio think it's senior day or what? He's right there. He's fired up. Phil Vigil grabbed him and said, you both had it. And you know what? That was 9 and 20.
The old sandwich.
Yes.
Loss of 4. 4th down and 12 now for the Ore Diggers. So punt formation. Blake Dowd, he averages 47.5 yards a punt. One of the best punters in the country. Takes the snap, Kick is away. Oh, booming spiral. Directional kick as well, and it heads toward the sideline. That is why he is that good. He flips the field here. Puts the Thunderwolves back all the way back to their 22-yard line. Probably had designs on maybe getting good field position, but Blake Dowd shows why he's going to be the all-conference punter, might be an all-American punter.
Well, he also kicked it away from Zach Rakowski, which I'm sure is, he and Reese Robinson are both back. One's a little bit deeper than the other.
So Thunderwolves will take over at their own 22-yard line, trailing the game 3-0. Ordigger's got a field goal on their first possession of the game. Thunderwolves picked up a first down on their first drive. The last drive, they were 3 and out.
Howard Russell's had 2 carries, and the first one was great, and then they kind of went away from him.
2 wideouts left. Single wideout right. Bring a man across the formation. That's Mitchell. He resets in the slot to the right. And they give it to Russell up the middle. He's got a big hole. He's out across the 25, close to the 30-yard line.
I'm a broken record when I say I want to see Howard Russell. If he carries the ball 21 times a game, they win. That's that simple. If he carries the ball 21 times a game, they win.
We'll give him 7, 2nd down and 3. Same formation, 2 wideouts right, single wideout left. Now Retzlaff in motion toward the formation. They give it to Russell, puts his head down. He's going to be short. About a yard. He gets it to the 31. So here we have that familiar 3rd and a yard.
Russell carries again for a gain of 1. 3rd down.
It's been tough sledding on short yardage running the football. We'll see if the Thunderwolves try a little quick out pattern or something here. We'll see how Mines plays it with their cornerbacks here. If there's any cushion at all, I think that'd be an automatic play. Just flip it out to one of the wide receivers here on 3rd and a yard.
Toscas has got some cushion. He could run a quick slant and be.
Yeah, I think that's where you go. You go to Toscas right here with that cushion. They got a 7-yard cushion to this right side. They go left side instead to Dvorak, the tight end. He's got the first down out to the 40-yard line. Came across the formation, big gain.
I've been a proponent of using the tight ends more and more and using the middle of the field more and more.
Lightning package here. Thunderwolves come right up on the line of scrimmage. They look right, fire it right, low pass, caught. Toscas gets out to the 46-yard line. Boy, I thought he almost caught that on the skip, Joe, but he must have made a great grab. The head linesman was right there. Says it is a catch.
He's got long arms.
Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4.
Taylor's one of my favorite stories. Last year he played in one of the directional Oklahoma schools, and they were the worst offense in the nation. And he went from that to this.
2nd down and 4 for the Pack. Nigel Mitchell back in the game. He's in the slot to the left, along with Retzlaff. Toscas is wide to the right. They go pistol formation this time. Dvorak in motion, resets on the right side. They're going to run the ball right to Russell. Makes a nice cut there, but the defense able to cut him down after a gain of no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Well, Jim Tyler Etheridge just whiffed on his block. He's a big guy, and it's hard for a guy like that to miss touching someone at left tackle. He just missed.
Jaden Healy making the stop, the man out of Healy, Texas. 3rd and 4 for the Pack. Again, this kind of bunch formation here. Everybody inside the hash marks. Now they split it out a little bit with Toscas wide to the right. He's in single coverage over here on 3rd and 4. Straight drop back. They look left, fire it to Russell. Here comes the linebacker who has him, but he gets away for a moment and then taken down for no gain. Might have lost a yard back to the 45-yard line. So the defense flying to the football here for the Orediggers.
Mines defense looking good, and they're not as big as they've been in the past, at least to the eye test, but they're as active as ever.
Flying around that time. So now 4th down and 6 for the Thunderwolves from their own, 4th and 5 rather, from the 45-yard line. Mickelson had trouble handling the last punt. Now a little adjustment to the formation here. Play clock down to 5. There's the snap. Kick is away, almost got to it. High kick, doesn't turn over.
Not a very good kick.
Takes a Thunderwolves bounce inside the 25 and will roll dead at the 24. 1:53 to go here in the first quarter. Orediggers lead it 3-0. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the Pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Welcome back to the Thunderbolt. Well, story of the game so far has been the Mines defense. They've stopped the Thunderwolves on 3 different occasions here.
It seems that they're confusing CSU Pueblo up front. And I'm Brian Atkin is. We both agree that he's a phenomenal offensive line coach. We're waiting for him to make some adjustments. It looks like the hat on hat is just off a little bit because it's great on first down. That's the only down it's great on.
So now the Orediggers leading the game 3-0. A minute 53 to go here in the first quarter. And Joseph Capra has eased his way into this game, the redshirt freshman. A lot on his shoulders coming into today for the Orediggers. Walker, the big back. It's nice to have him back there. They give it to him up the middle, and he knifes his way forward for about 5. Maybe 6. They're going to give him 6 at the 30-yard line, so 2nd down and 4. That'll make life easy for you if you're playing quarterback. Get 6 yards on first down with the power running game. Unbalanced left this time. They have a tight end plus a man in the slot, a big tight end, an extra blocker. And they're going to run it up the middle. And a nice cut there and close to the first down. Looks like he is right at the sticks.
Yeah, he got it.
And Walker, they're going to give him the 35-yard line. That's more than enough for the first down. So first down, Orediggers. Minute 13 to go here in the first quarter. 3-0, Mines on top.
First down.
Capper from the gun. Both his big wideouts wide to the right. Sheely and McLeod. Big tight end. Smotherman goes to the right side. They hand the ball up the middle and hit right away in the center. What a stop by Josiah Sampleton for the Thunderwolves. He swallowed up Landon Walker.
Those are the plays he loves to make. Just run right at him, shed your block, boom.
Gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9.
And that was big on big. Big running back, big nose guard.
Now the Thunderwolves, they come in with their package. About 5 different guys come into the game. And movement on the right side, false start on the Orediggers. Big right tackle. Moved a little early that time. That's Michael McGarr. McGarr, senior out of South Lake, Texas. Heavy Texas presence on this Mines ball club.
You know why?
It's called oil and gas.
Yeah, go get an oil and gas engineering degree and make $1 million.
2nd down and 14 now for the Orediggers.
Play a little football while you're at it.
Capra looks left, fires left, and intercepted. Here come the Thunderwolves back up the field. Pittman, he's across the 40 down to the 35-yard line. Underthrown, that now flag comes down as Feeney just decks Capra after the play is over. Thunderwolves going down to the end zone to celebrate. Well, they're saying the ball was still loose, but no, that's not the case. This is going to be a 15-yard personal foul penalty against the Thunderwolves on post-possession. Look at Paul Plinsky's down there directing traffic there, saying, come on, guys.
Well,
this isn't the NFL where you can run down and find the cameras and celebrate.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's not part of the deal. It's also a media timeout, so.
And here's the 15-yard mark off after the play. So instead of the 35-yard line, it will be the 50-yard line where the Thunderwolves start this drive.
First down, CSU Pueblo. This is the end of the first quarter.
And the end of the first quarter.
And that is the end of the first quarter. 3-0. Orediggers Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Well, the good news is Thunderwolves get the turnover. They get the ball at midfield. Bad news is they get a 15-yard penalty. Plus, Joe, it's not Sunday. You can't run as a group down to the side or end zone and celebrate like they do in the pros. I'm surprised they didn't get a 15-yard penalty for that as well.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, but this is probably this is a problem for CSU Pueblo, and it has been from the beginning of the season. They lead the nation, and they're the most penalized team in the nation by far. And it's those penalties like that have put them there.
Fuller from the gun has Russell on his right hip. Everybody bunched right next to the line. Pass left, caught. Retzlaff Oh, taken down right at the sticks. Looks to me like the Thunderwolves are making an effort here, Joe. They got everybody bunched in toward the line, and they want to get these wide receivers out on the edge and maybe break a tackle. It's a pretty good strategy when you consider how good they are run after the catch.
Absolutely, and I think that the fact that it also kind of shows you what kind of coverage. If you get Toscas and Reggie Retzloff in single coverage, they're coming.
Second and yard, play action, stepping up, going for it all, looking for Retzlaff in the end zone. Almost hauled it in. No flag. A lot of hand fighting going on there. Retzlaff tried to make the one-handed grab there. Couldn't quite secure it. Pretty good coverage there for the Ore Diggers as Jackson Zimmerman had him tied up, and I literally mean tied up.
That was a Reggie Retzlaff ball, though. That's the one you throw to him.
Thunderwolves lost about a half yard on the spot. Wide receiver screen to Retzlaff. They're going to lose, and it's incomplete. So now it's 4th down and a yard and a half for the Thunderwolves.
This time you have to go for it. You're not good on 3rd down, but you might be good on 4th down.
Going on the field and incomplete forward pass. 4th down.
So now they spot it 4th. Look at that, Joe. Now this umpire doesn't know where he wants to spot the ball. Now it's moved forward about a half yard. It's closer to the 41, so that's an advantage for the Thunderwolves. The last down, it was closer to the 42. You got to pop one in the middle here and get this yard. And they give it to Russell. He hesitates, puts his head down, gets the first down and a little bit more as he gets down to the 36, maybe the 35-yard line. Boy, I didn't like the hesitation at first there, Joe, but he is able to find a hole and get forward for the first down.
Again, not good on 3rd down, perfect on 4th down.
So it's at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves. Straight drop back by Fuller. He looks right, goes right. High pass caught by Toscas. Man, he went up and grabbed it at the 18-yard line. What a catch.
Well, he's 6'3".
Kind of a back shoulder high throw there, but Toscas makes the grab. It's at the 19-yard line, 1st and 10 Thunderwolves. 3-0. Ore Diggers with the lead. Thunderwolves trying to get ahead here.
I bet that corner thought he was throwing it away.
Exactly. This time, Toscas and Retzlaff split wide to the left. Russell's on the left hip of Fuller, the quarterback. Give it to Russell. Little jab step. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Thunderwolves.
There is your little pause, Jim. That's the hesitation right there.
Boy, did the hole open up, though, too. That was right on our sight line. He kind of jab step, paused, looked left, and then went back right, and it was a gaping hole for Russell. So the Thunderwolves take advantage of the turnover. Well, Mines kind of living a charmed life in that first quarter. They put the ball on the turf twice, got away with it, but the third time they throw the pick, and the Pack take advantage. Ball's down. Kick is up. And it is good. We'll keep it here. 13-17 to go in the second quarter. Thunderwolves now on top for the first time today, 7-3. Amazing what a turnover will do to change the complexion of a ball game.
Momentum. Even with the penalty, it was still a great momentum switch.
And then plus key to the drive, converting on 4th down, 4th and short. So Howard Russell converted on 4th down, and he converts on the touchdown run.
You know, and we've seen this with Csu-Pueblo this season where they've kind of had to feel their way early on some games. We didn't see it last week, and I thought that was – they started hard fast against Western. I thought they might do that today, but it feels like they got to feel out Mines a little bit.
Well, kicking off for the Thunderwolves. Evan Lyons.
Evan takes care of the kickoffs, and Jacob Willig is the field goal kicker.
Kick is away, and that'll sail deep out the back of the end zone. Over the head of Axel Richard, a sophomore out of Spring, Texas, was back there to receive the kickoff, but he doesn't get a chance here. So now the Ore Diggers in their first spot of bother offensively on the day, trailing at 7-3. See how Capper reacts. Plus, we're going to see how he reacts after throwing the interception on the last drive.
Well, and that was both a coverage pick and a pressure pick because they were on him.
Aiden Lorenz and Xander Plukowski. Today's kickoff.
Ball on the right hash mark. The big two wide receiving core, McLeod and Shealy, they line up to the left. It's a double tight end set. Now they send Walker in motion. Empty backfield here for Capper. He's going to roll the pocket left, looks left, fires, and hit immediately. Is Walker, the running back, the safety valve, and he gains maybe a yard, maybe two on the play. They're going to spot it at the 27-yard line. Thunderbolts had that defense well.
Yeah, Thomas Webb came back up from his safety position, seeing that ball, and just laid out. Landon.
2nd down and 8.
Although Landon Walker's so big, Thomas Webb might have bounced off him.
Shealy and McLeod this time split wide to the right. Stone in the game, he's wide to the left. As one of the tight ends comes out of the game. They're getting the play call from the bench. Everybody up along the line of scrimmage. Now,
play clock down to 2.
And they get the timeout call. So this will be a quickie. So we'll keep it here. The Orediggers couldn't get what they wanted. Their head coach, Pete Sturbick. It's kind of unusual. The last 2 weeks, we've had coaches that were finalists for the Thunderwolves job that Phil Vigil got. Of course, Jazz Baines was a finalist. He's the coach at Western Colorado. He didn't get the job. Sturbick, he was a finalist. Instead, he took the job at Mines.
And they all know each other well. So there's no surprises today.
Yeah, Sturbick was the finalist for the Thunderwolves job, didn't get it, and then the head coach, name escaping me.
I don't remember his name either. He was there for a year,
and he went
to the
Division One,
yeah,
to San Diego. He's yesterday's news.
Yeah, well,
I can't remember him. I can see him.
Here for
He's
a
hell of a coach.
But you know, they followed our guy Bob Stitt, who was followed by Greg Lloyd.
Yeah, Riston's buddy. We say that loosely. 2nd down and 8 for the Orediggers after the timeout. Ball at the 27-yard line. Now we have a stoppage in play. We have a flag down. Is this going to be a substitution infraction here of some kind?
There's a flag on the field. What is Sturbick walking out there for?
I'm wondering if Mines had 12 people come out on the field in the huddle or something here. They're talking it over with the Mines bench over there, maybe explaining what they did wrong. On the head coach, unsportsmanlike conduct.
He was in the grill of somebody.
That's a half the distance penalty. We'll take it back. See where they're going to spot this thing. The line of scrimmage was the 27th, so it should be the 13-yard line. That 13-yard line. That's right.
Nobody's better at football math than Jim Brooks.
4 wide receivers wide to the right. They look right. Fire it right. Caught. Thunderbolts trying to foul things up, and they do as McLeod gets forward for a couple. He's out across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And now that penalty, of course, was a dead ball call. Made it 2nd and forever. Now it's 3rd and 17.
Now this is, I know this is early in the game, but this is a key down if you're CSU Pueblo's defense. This is a key down. You cannot give up 17 yards and a first down here.
Actually, 3rd and 18. The back nose of the football is touching the 17-yard line. So officially that'll be the line of scrimmage. Thunderwolves rush 4. They stunt. They twist. Force the quarterback to run, and he kind of trips over his own feet. But the reason he tripped, he saw a man right in his way, and that was Dramani Jackson ready to bring the wood.
You know, Dramani Jackson's had a few big moments. They're not many, but they're big.
It's almost like he was playing spy that time.
It's exactly what he was doing.
So it's a gain out to the 23-yard line, and that's where Mines will have to punt the ball away. 2 receivers deep this time. As trying to combat that directional kicking ability of Blake Dowd. As Reese Robinson back with Rakowski, they almost got to the ball. Booming kick. Rakowski takes it at the 27, comes up the sideline, and is hit down at about the 35-yard line. That's pretty good strategy there by the Thunderwolves, putting 2 receivers back deep. Kind of takes away half the field from their kicker.
That's on the fly. That's Mac Alexander, the special teams coach, saying, they split the field earlier vertically. Now they did it horizontally.
So the Thunderwolves take over. Great field position, 37-yard line, leading the game 7-3. 11 minutes exactly to go here in the second quarter. Mines scored first on their first drive of the game, got a field goal. Thunderwolves take advantage of the turnover on their last possession, went 50 yards before Russell had the 18-yard touchdown run. Big play of that drive was Toscas on a grab to get it down to the 18. And they give it to Russell, cuts outside, now cuts back inside across the 40, out to about the 44-yard line.
It's so fun to watch Howard Russell run the football.
Kind of skates, doesn't he?
He does. It's just so fun to watch him rush the football.
Gains 6, second down and 4 for the Pack. Ball at the 43-yard line. 2 wideouts each side. Fuller pump fake. Now steps up in the pocket, fires a right back shoulder throw, trying to get it to Retzlaff. Good coverage there.
Yeah, that looked like a pump and go, but it was a pump and stop.
So 3rd down and 4 here. Big play for the Orediger defense here. They come in with their substitution package, some fresh linemen here to rush the passer. 3rd and 4 here. Again, this tight formation. Rakowski goes wide to the right now in motion. Straight drop back by Fuller. Comes over the middle, caught by Russell, and can't get free. Gains 2, but he'll be short of the first down by 2. Thunderwolves have to punt the ball away.
And in this instance, with the lead, I could see that, but it's hard to punt the ball, man. It's just hard right now. You get a great stop by your defense, and you have a great first down, and they can do nothing with it.
Russell just unable to get away from the initial tackle to get the first down.
Well, and give Mines credit because they read that. That wasn't a screen, but it was.
So Baker to punt the ball away. Thunderwolves taking their time getting set here. And they will punt it. Better punt this time. Fair catch signal for and taken at the 12-yard line. So Baker does his job. So in a lot of ways, it's that kind of game right now. Both teams just playing very well on defense. And timeout on the field. 9:41 to go here in the second quarter. Thunderwolves lead it 7-3. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the Pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
7-3 Thunderwolves. 9:41 to go here in the first half. This feels like a Dan Reeves game right now, Joe.
Up the middle, pass, punt.
Yeah, just get you some field position. Ball at the 13-yard line for the Orediggers. Empty backfield here. Now they bring the running back in there next to his hip. Bring a man in motion across. Fake the jet sweep. It's quarterback keeper, and nothing there as Purcell read it, and no gain on the play.
I like how they have to temper Noah Purcell. They have to temper him in practice. Most of the concussions that the Thunderwolves have suffered in the last year and a half have been delivered by Noah Purcell to his teammates.
Friendly fire. 2nd and 10. 2 wideouts left, single wideout right, big tight end. Smotherman, he shifts to the left side. They're going to run the ball up the middle, and nothing there. Nothing doing. Thunderwolves interior line doing the job. Seidenberger up high, and Sampleton got him down low.
He just gets up, and I think it looks like he's puffing out his chest. I just think that's how it works.
That's just what he's built like.
Just how he's built.
Gain of a yard, 3rd and 9.
I'd like to see him get off the field here and give that offense a chance.
Mines, they're very tight to the line here. Nobody wide in this formation. Let's see if they send anybody in motion.
Yeah, you look to the flat now.
Bring McLeod in motion across the formation to the right. He resets. Straight drop back, stepping up in the pocket. They're going for it all. Nobody is there. Closest one is a Thunderwolf, and it drops incomplete out toward midfield. As the closest player to the ball was Donovan English, the Mines receiver that time. Sheely broke the pattern off.
Donovan English is one of the nation's leaders in interceptions with 3. He leads the pack with 3. Good defense by the Thunderwolves.
So it'll be Blaked out. This is where they have him here to try to flip the field. The ball's at the 14-yard line. Thunderwolves again with 2 receivers back deep to receive this punt. Robinson and Rakowski. They both stand on each hash mark at about the 36-yard line. Kick is away. Doesn't get it this time. Short kick. Look out. Hits at the 46-yard line. Takes a Mines bounce across midfield down to the 48. But great field position for the Thunderwolves.
Again, we've seen that where the punt team, the Gunners, get hit because the punt's so bad.
That came so close to hitting a Thunderwolf player that time.
And how do you practice that?
Yeah, you can. It's just the luck of the draw.
Yeah, but we've seen it happen so many times, it's a little scary.
Well, the Thunderwolves got their lone touchdown when they started from midfield. They're starting just outside of midfield this time from the 48-yard line. We'll see if that's the formula here to get more points. I think they're due to hit a shot deep here to Retzlaff or Toscas. A deep corner to this left side. 1st and 10, Thunderwolves. And they're going to give it to Russell around the right side. He's got an opening, but it's shut down in a hurry. Boy, the safety came flying in there and got him at midfield. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
That's great run support by the Mines defense. Because Howard had a steam, and then it just stopped.
That was Joel Diaz, the junior safety out of Gilbert, Arizona, flying in there to stop him for 2. It looked like Russell was about ready to make some business up that right sideline. Diaz will come out of the game now as they go to their speed defensive back package. 2 wideouts left, single wideout right here for the Thunderwolves. Russell is the back. He adjusts to the left hip of Fuller. Bring Toscas in motion across the formation. They look left, fire it left, caught by Retzlaff, run after the catch, gets across the 45, close to the first down. He's going to be about a half yard short, it looks like. But they're going to spot it just inside the 43. They need the 42 for the first down. Thunderwolves will go hurry up here. Empty backfield. They got quads to the left. They're going to throw a wide receiver screen left here. They fire it left, caught. Russell has it. He's behind the line of scrimmage, loses a yard.
Oh, my.
So Mines read it well. You bring all those players out there, and it draws attention, and they defense that one, and the Thunderwolves now face 4th and 2. They'll go for it here.
You know how much we love the wide receiver screen. We had offensive coordinator Braley Brown on the coaches show this week, and we said, hey, can we not run that anymore? He didn't like that.
Whatever happened to the old-fashioned I formation, get yourself a yard. 4th and 2, long count. Fuller takes it, gives it to Russell up the middle, bangs his way forward, and he's right at the sticks, very close. Ben's on the spot. Both linesmen come in right at the line to get. This is going to be very close.
The
I think he's going to
head
be short
linesman-
by about a foot.
The head linesman had him getting it.
He's short. I think he's going to be short by about an inch where they spot that ball. They know that if they spot it on the yard line, it's going to go over on downs.
Oh my.
Short by about 2 or 3 inches there.
And that just gives Mines momentum, too.
But see, to me, Joe, that's the play you run on 3rd and a yard. Instead, you try to run it on 4th and 2. You got the yard and a half. If you run that on, just power game, straightforward.
You're making Mines' defense look way better than it is right now.
So the ball goes over on downs, and now Mines, in effect, flips the field here as they have it out at the 42-yard line to see if they can take advantage of great field position now.
Well, and your defense has been on the field a long time in this second quarter.
7-3 Thunderwolves, 6:13 to go here, second quarter. Thunderwolves show blitz off the edge. Now Bone backs out of there. Now they shift a lot of personnel over to the right side on defense. And they're going to run a quarterback keeper, and Capper gets out toward midfield, picks up about 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Straight quarterback keeper that time by Joseph Capra.
I know it's as frustrating to the coaches as it is to us when you have this high-powered offense and all these weapons, and you can't get a yard here and there. It's got to be frustrating. I mean, we're frustrated. We don't play.
2nd down. Call it 4 from the 49-yard line of the Ore Diggers. They give it up the middle, and right at the sticks, looks like he's about a half-yard short. They gave it to the tailback, Landon Walker. He gets to the 48. He needed to get it inside the 48 for the first down, so about a half-yard short. Got an injured Ore Digger, one of their linemen, down on the field here.
Official timeout for
And looks like he's getting up slowly. It's Chandler Poginci, offensive lineman out of Burleson, Texas. As we mentioned, heavy Texas presence on this Mines Ball Club.
You know, that all started with Matoka.
Right. And they like, there's an area down in Houston, the Woodlands area. They really get in there a lot. They've got a pretty good connection in Austin. Big Spring, you see a guy from there once in a while, but they and we talk about it. They come up here for that. They talk about NIL money. Well, their NIL money is your degree.
You get a degree from us, you're set for life in the oil and gas field.
And
and when you're from Texas, that's a big deal.
That's the way they're able to get some of the athletes they do on campus in all sports. And it really started, Joe. I think when Csu-Pueblo got real good at football real quick, it's like the brain trust at Mine said, you know what? Why can't we be like that?
Yeah.
And they changed that philosophy in all their sports, and they have really taken that and really run with it. And used to go to ball games up there, football games, it'd be, maybe a quarter full. Now they're sellouts. 3rd and a foot. They go to their heavy package. Direct snap to Walker here.
They may take a shot. Watch.
He takes the snap, runs it right, and he's short. He lost a half yard. So the Thunderwolves gang up.
And they'll go for it here, just like Csu-Pueblo. They're going to do it all over again.
Now their punt team is gathered around the sideline. They're trying to decide here. Pete Sturbick. Looks like he has no intention of sending the punt team out. Now he's sending his quarterback back in. So they're not going to run Wildcat.
But he may run. He's a running quarterback. We've seen that.
They got a pretty good spot there. It's back closer to where the line of scrimmage was, so they need about a half yard here. But this time it'll be Capper from the gun. They reset the play clock for some reason. And now Phil Veal is going to take a timeout.
second quarter timeout at half.
So timeout on the field. We'll take one with him. 4:33 to go here. First half, 7-3 Thunderwolves on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Colorado have to offer. Pueblo Chamber of Commerce, proud sponsor of Thunderwolves Athletics.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Yeah, good job by our producer and engineer, Aaron Kinnitschtzke, today. They did not give us the full-blown media time out there. They just gave us a 30. He's able to get us back here. We're ready to go here. 4th down and a yard. A little less than a yard here. They're trying to draw them off. They've brought they're going Wildcat here with Landon Walker. And now Mines takes the timeout. They were trying to get the free first down there.
This will be a 30-second.
So we could, I don't know. I'll have to talk that over. I don't know if Aaron can play the other 30 right here or not, so we'll worry about it. We'll get it later.
We'll have plenty of time.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of time to make that up. So Mines originally had lined up with Capra at quarterback. That's when Phil Veal called the timeout. So Pete Sturbick counters back to the Wildcat with Walker. He didn't like the look of it. He calls timeout. So now it's 4th down and a yard. We'll see what the decision is here.
They're trying to look at personnel. CSU Pueblo's coaches are all trying to see what they're going to run in, and then that's how they'll send their team out. Heavy package or base D or nickel package. You wouldn't go nickel here, but
yeah, that's both coaching staffs just eyeing each other here. It's like they're going to go Wildcat
again.
Yep. They're going to go direct snap to Walker. After all that, do you dare take a shot here and have Walker fake a run into the middle and then float one deep to one of these wide receivers here? 4th and a yard. Huge play here early in this game. Bring McLeod in motion across. They fake the jet sweep. They're going to try to run around the left side, getting to the corner, gets the first down and more. Turning the corner was Landon Walker. He gets it all the way down to the 36-yard line. He was able to speed to the edge that time and turn it and get the first down. Good play call there by Pete Sturbick and company.
Thanks, Todd Kelly, for lunch. Appreciate it. He's the man.
1st and 10 Orediggers, 36-yard line of the Thunderwolves. So after all that chess match there between the coaches.
And it was, and good Mines did a great job there.
Ball at the 36-yard line. McLeod in motion to the left side, resets. Straight drop back by Capra. Steps up in the pocket. Now the pocket breaks down. He runs to the right, being chased. Gets ahead. 35 out of bounds at the 30-yard line. He's got good speed, does this Joseph Capra.
I like how he's decisive. If it's not there, he goes. That time he almost stood a half second too long, but he was smart enough to run to his arm side, and it cleared out.
Gain 6, 2nd down and 4 at the 30-yard line. 7-3 Thunderwolves, 3:35 and counting here to go in the second quarter.
The big guys are gassed up front for CSU Pueblo.
Man in motion left side, Sheely. Flag down. We've got movement, false start on the Orediggers.
False start. Offense, number 35. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
So that takes away 5 of the 6 yards gained on first down. Now makes it 2nd down and 9 from the 35-yard line. Down to 3:25. Clock rolls here as they rewind the clock. Mines, they'd like nothing better to take all the time off this clock, put one in the end zone, get the ball first to start the second half. They're going for the old daily double here.
Again, when CSU Pueblo's had success, they've gotten pressure on Capra.
Bring a man across the formation, Sheely. He resets on the right
Delay.
side. Delay a game on the Orediggers.
Prior to the snap. Delay game. Offense.
So this is part of the growing process for their freshman quarterback, Joseph Capra. A lot on his shoulders in this game. He's acquitted himself pretty well today. Did throw the pick, which led to the Thunderwolves getting their only touchdown of the day. 2nd down now and 14. We're back at the 40-yard line of the Thunderwolves. Trips to the left. Single wide out right. Looks like the guy wide to the right's offside. No flag, though. Rolling left. Capra now trucks it and runs out of real estate. Now flings it down the sideline. Incomplete. Was he out of bounds?
I think he was out of bounds.
Yep, they say sack back at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I think he was out of bounds.
This wide receiver wide to the right, Joe, he was offside.
Well, the headlines was standing right there, but I don't know that that's.
So now it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 16 for the Orediggers. Well, Mines, they'd love to get the first down, but also they got to be thinking about, hey, do we just try to get half of this and maybe kick a field goal? They got a more than capable field goal kicker.
They might have to call another time. Oh, they reset the play clock. I don't know why.
Looks like they did them a favor there. 3rd down, 16. Here comes pressure up the middle. Flush to the right. Rolling right. Feeney chases him. Up the sideline, ball caught short of the first down by Sheely, but he's about, 2 yards short, it looks like. 4th down and 2 now for the Orediggers. What do you do here? Do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
You got to go for it. You're going to get the 2-minute warning in 15 seconds, so you get a chance to talk about it.
Pretty good play there by Capra. Able to flush to the right and delivered that on time to Sheely, who's just short of the first down, 2 yards short. So 4th and 2. And we're at the 2-minute timeout.
The 2-minute timeout. Media.
And we'll go ahead and take a timeout with them. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 7-3 Thunderwolves on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to the Thunder Bowl. Well, they've already converted 1 4th down on this drive. Mine's going to try to do it again here. This time it's 4th and 2.
I think the thinking is if you don't get it, you give CSU Pueblo no time, very little time, and only 1 timeout.
They're going to go to Braylon Tate this time to play tailback. not the big sledgehammer Walker. Operate from the gun. Tate on the right hip. Now they send him in motion out to the left, so it's an empty backfield for Capper. He's going to run the ball right. Cuts inside. He is short of the first down. He kind of hesitated, Joe, and the Thunderwolves pancaked him.
Yeah, and again, we've called his name all game long. Noah Purcell just.
It's almost as if Capper was waiting for him to run by him, and he didn't. He just smashed him. What a play for the Thunderwolves. Now they have a chance to get points here with 1:55 to go in the first half.
You know, Noah Purcell was the left outside linebacker on that play, and he just followed Capra, ran parallel with him all the way down, and then just charged him.
Yeah, it's almost like Capper thought he had him faked out, but he didn't because he hesitated.
See if Roman Fuller can get in a little bit of rhythm here.
Pretty good cushion here on each side as Mines playing it a little bit safe here. Straight drop back by Fuller. Steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle. Caught by Retzlaff. He's got some room. Breaks a tackle across the 40, 45, 50. Inside the 50, run out of bounds at about the 49-yard. All they're going to say he stepped out right at midfield at the 50.
And what do I say about Reggie Retzlaff every week, Jim?
Rack.
Yards after catch. He's the yak attack.
So 1st and 10 at midfield. 1:47 to go. Plenty of time here in this first half. Thunderwolves leading at 7-3. Retzlaff in motion to the left. He was illegally in motion. They don't call it, though. Here comes pressure. Fuller steps up. He can run with it. Now throws it. Caught. Toscas. He was right at the line of scrimmage, but no flag came out. He delivered it just in time. It's a first down, Thunderwolves.
Well, the good news is he knew that the line of scrimmage was midfield. That was an easy one to figure out, and he was right on it.
Well, his entire body had to be ahead of the line, and it wasn't. And he flipped it right at midfield. First down at the 36. Look left, fire left. Retzlaff has it. Gets a block by Rakowski. Up the sideline, out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Rakowski letting the cornerback know about that block he just delivered.
Well, Zach's the smallest guy on the field, and he just leveled the safety.
Line of scrimmage will be the 28-yard line. At least 2nd down and 2 here. 1:32 to go in a half. Thunderwolves leading 7-3. This time Rakowski in motion left. He fakes. They fake the reverse. Here comes pressure. They go up. Wide open is Russell. Touchdown! What a play! The wheel route by Howard Russell. He sprung wide open in the secondary, and Fuller nailed him.
How long do you think Braley Brown has had that one in his back pocket for the Thunderwolves?
Well, you fake the reverse to Rakowski. That's what we call a lot of eye candy that time, Joe. And you freeze all those backers in secondary. Their eyes are on Rakowski, and then all of a sudden Russell runs right by him.
Just slips behind everybody. Easiest touchdown catch he'll ever have. How big is that 4th down stop now?
Man, it's huge, like a turnover. Only taking 30 seconds to go down the field. Good snap, ball's down, kick is up. It is good. Game's flipped a little bit here just in this last moment or two. Thunderwolves get the stop on defense. They go right down the field and now lead it 14-3. 1:26 to go here in the first half. Mine still with time to maybe do some damage the other way. But you don't worry about that. You get points when you can get them.
Yeah, and they only have one timeout. Both teams went through their allotment in that one series.
I remember John Riston lectured me one time about that. I said, man, he scored too soon. He goes, Jim, you never score too soon.
No.
Now,
in the NFL,
sometimes
maybe.
you do when you go against Mahomes, you score too soon.
Yeah, in the NFL, maybe.
Yeah. But, man, what a play they dialed up there. You know that entire defense had to be thinking that was going to Rakowski on the reverse action, and then Russell,
just
the guy you least expect.
Yeah. He's got one rushing, and he's got one catching. Now if we could just get him to throw one.
Here's the kick. Low line drive kick, and sails into the end zone out the back. So now Mines with 1:26 to go from their own 25-yard line. Now the only problem is both teams have used 2 of their timeouts. You do get a stoppage if you get the first down now in the final 2 minutes, the new college timing rules.
And we also expressed to the defensive coordinator, who was our guest with us this week, too, on Cade Foskey, the defensive coordinator for Csu-Pueblo, how much we disdain the prevent defense. We want them to get after them. Of course, I don't think they took any of our suggestions.
That's right. They just kind of said these guys don't.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
You have to be very careful, though, with Sheely and McLeod. They can get by you in a hurry. Straight drop back. Look right, and they're going for it all up the right sideline, and they've got it inside the 40. Ball knocked out of bounds, but it's a catch for Sheely all the way down to the 28-yard line. And just like that, these two wide receivers, Sheely and McLeod, now they're talking it over, trying to make sure he did catch it.
It looked like he was bobbling the ball, but I don't know if Phil Veal will challenge that.
Phil Veal's reaching for his flag. Yep, he is going to challenge.
It looked like he was bobbling it to me.
Did he ever have it fully secured before the Thunderbolts batted it out of his arms? That's the question here. And did he have time to make a football move? So the Thunderbolts are going to roll the dice and do their challenge right here.
Csu-Pueblo is challenging the Roy in the field of a catch.
You hear a lot of murmuring in the crowd here. They thought they saw it. I didn't quite see it that way, but we'll see. I don't know if it's enough to overturn it here.
It almost looked like, Jim, to me in real time, that he kind of dropped the ball to his stomach. And so maybe it got the illusion that he didn't have control. But why not? Again, like you said, these receivers can get behind you. They're some of the best receivers in the country.
And that's a 45-yard gain for the Ore Diggers if it stands.
Think about the receivers we're seeing today just on this field in the country.
Yeah, you got four of the best, no doubt about it.
Maybe six with Rukowski and Nigel Mitchell.
Exactly. So we are in a video review here. They aren't putting the replay up on the scoreboard. Don't want to unduly influence.
Well, if they
Mr.
go over
referee.
if they go under that tent and it takes but a second, then there's nothing to look at. But if they study this,
and it's really quite comical. They're over there. It's tough to see. You know how tough it is to see a screen, Joe, when it's a bright day like this, and you had the snow, all that light. How can you see it for sure? The referee didn't take much time.
No, that was quick and easy. That's going to be a catch.
Yeah, there's no sense of urgency moving back. The ball's going to stay right where it's at. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ore Diggers at the 30.
The Roy on the field of a catch is confirmed. Csu-Pueblo is charged with third and final timeout. The ball was spotted at the spot of the fumble where it will be first down on Colorado 4-9.
So you can't fumble it forward. The ball went out of bounds at the 27, so they mark it at the spot of the fumble where the Thunderbolts stripped it. So that is the third fumble of this first half that the Ore Diggers have retained.
Yeah, they put the ball on the turf, and it has not hurt them.
So this time, McLeod wide to the left, Sheely wide to the right. Ball is on the right hash mark. Two backs in the backfield. Now they send, McLeod comes in motion right, resets now in the slot. Comes pressure off the edge. They flush him. Gets forward as Capper, and he's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. And Seidenberger, more or less the spy that time. That should be a sack. No gain. 2nd down and 10.
Well, they're taking their sweet time, Mines is. They don't seem to any sense of urgency. Max McLeod's like, oh, are we going?
Now they reset the offense. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure off the edge. Looking for it all. Goes down the middle, and it's broken up at the last minute. What a play on defense there. I think it was McCaney who got his hand in there at the last minute to break up what looked like was going to be a short touchdown.
Well, if he doesn't do that, it is 6.
Broken up by number 25, Keith McCaney.
And it was McCaney. 3rd and 10 now for the Ore Diggers from the 30-yard line. 48 seconds to go. Thunderbolts have been rushing right by him. Capper's been able to step up in the pocket. Let's see if this time they can get a little twist and get a little pressure up the middle this time. They've been allowing Capper some escape lanes here. 3rd and 10. Steps up. He's got some room, trying to get to the edge. And he's run out of bounds at the 26-yard line, short of the first down. Seidenberger was the spy that time, but they got a blocker out in front and able to take care of him, but the safety coming up and getting him. And it was McCaney, or actually the cornerback McCaney. 4th down field goal try now for the Orediggers here with 41 seconds to go in the half. So pretty good stand there by the Thunderbolts so far here, not allowing them the touchdown after giving up the big play. Kind of a win-win for both teams if the field goal is good here. Ike has hit his only attempt today. Ball's down, kick is up.
Wow, looked like he hooked that,
And
but
it is
he
good.
didn't.
Field goal is good. Makes it 14-6 Thunderwolves with 37 seconds to go here in the first half.
That kind of takes the steam out of that touchdown from CSU Pueblo. I mean, it's still a one-score game, but you just don't feel as good about it. And Mines gets the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, that's right. I kind of phrased that as a win-win. The Thunderbolts didn't give up 6. They're able to get the stop, hold them to 3, but Mines still got to feel pretty good about themselves.
I think so. I mean, you got points out of it, but give CSU my problem right now with CSU Pueblo is their defense has been on the field a lot in this half. They are tired. They sub in and out all game long, and today's one of those days where they have to because they're gassed.
It's now with 37 seconds to go. Remember, the Thunderbolts are out of timeouts, though.
And challenges.
Yeah, I'll have challenges for the game and out of timeouts for the half.
I like I said, though, I don't blame him on that challenge because when I first saw it, I didn't think he caught it, but he must have. And it was at our sideline, so we had a good view of it.
Ready for the kick. And a chance for the return here. Nigel will take it at the goal line. Might as well run it out of there. This is the time to do it. Across 10, 15, 20. He's got some room. 30, 35, 40. Run out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Flags are down. Going to be an illegal block here on the Thunderbolts back at the 14-yard line.
And Noah Purcell's putting his hands up. And there were 2 flags, so 2 people saw it.
Yeah, that would have made it interesting for the Thunderbolts out around midfield with 31 seconds to go. You had some time to work. But now you just go out there and go into victory formation and down at Mines does have the.
During the return, legal block in the back. Receiving team number 24.
Number 24.
That's on Rulo, but I was with you. I saw Purcell had his head down like he was the guilty party. So now the ball marked at the 7-yard line. Mines only has 1 timeout, so Thunderbolts just can kneel on it here and go to the locker room. Makes no sense to do anything else.
Well, we say that. But you have 4 of the best receivers in the country, so.
And it looks like they're getting pretty tight along the.
Well, you don't want to take a safety, that's for sure.
Although they are going to go out of the gun.
Your favorite.
Got to take a knee here, don't you? Now they're going to try a run with Russell. And he is taken down for about a 3-yard loss.
Now, if they don't call a timeout, that's the last play of the half.
Carrying the play by number 4, Howard Russell.
Thunderbolts line up right on the line of scrimmage immediately, but that doesn't mean anything. They're just going to stand there and watch the time run out, down to 10 seconds. Now everybody said, let's just call it good and head on to the locker room. Everything you expect in a college football game with this much on the line here today. Thunderbolts lead at 14-6 at halftime. Halftime show's next. Thunderbolts football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderbolts football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunderbolt. Pack lead it here at halftime, 14-6. Mines scored first, got a field goal in their first drive. Thunderbolts take advantage of an interception late in the first quarter, get on the board on a Howard Russell run. Actually, the score came in the second quarter, 19-yard run. And then late in the first half, Russell caught a 28-yard pass for a touchdown. Mines comes back down the field. They hit a big 45-yard pass play to get him set up, and they settle for a field goal. 14-6 here at halftime. Your quick recap. Joe, so far kind of one of those heavyweight boxing matches. You're waiting for the next big punch.
I think both teams needed to feel each other out a little bit and see what they had. All CSU Pueblo seen is on film, and we talked about this a little bit on the coaches show. Phil Vigil this week at practice asked anybody on the team to raise their hand if they experienced a win over Mines. Not one person raised their hand. So there's a healthy respect for how good Mines has been. They would like to end that healthy respect today, but Mines is still pretty good.
Yeah, defensively is where they've stayed in this ball game. They've had a number of stops. Thunderbolts got stopped on a 4th and short. They got stopped on 3rd and short. So I think that's been the key to this game, to keep Mines in contact, is holding the high-powered Thunderbolts offense in check on short yardage situations.
And maybe CSU Club's showing a little bit of frustration in that, because you should be, when you have a high-powered offense, you should be able to get your yard and a half at will. And it has not happened that way. A couple of 4th downs, I think they're 1 of 2 on 4th down, and one of them, those was huge.
Thunderbolts done a pretty good job, though, against their ground attack. They haven't really been able to break free much. They had one big scramble, which was on their first drive of the game when Capra got it out toward midfield, about it was probably a 28-yard gain or so. Let's see what it was exact. 34, actually, was the long run he had there in that first half. But other than that, Thunderbolts have been keeping them in check pretty much, except for the 4th down run on the sweep.
Well, where CSU's been absolutely stellar today defensively is on 3rd down.
Yeah.
I think Mines has picked up 1 first down on 3rd down. 1 of 8.
Yeah, 1 of 8. They are 1 of 2 on 4th down conversion.
So
Thunderbolts not much better. 1 of 7 on 3rd down, 1 of 2 on 4th down.
But that's you would think that would be getting you off the field, but the time of possession is a little bit of Mines. I thought it would be a little bit more than it was. Yes. Mines has it for 4 more minutes than CSU Pueblo.
And plays from scrimmage, 33 for Mines, 31 for CSU
Pueblo.
So a lot of respects, this game very even when you look at a lot of the numbers here. I think the main difference in the ball game is
the pick.
Fuller and the interception. Plus Fuller has got a little bit of advantage with his arm and his be able to get it up the field. I think when you look in the final analysis, the Capra for redshirt freshman, only his 2nd start, he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders here, trying to keep his ball club alive in this season, and he's played well.
Well, he's made a few big plays with his legs, and when you're a young quarterback and trying to get the feel of the game, and you're not, you want to get your All-American receivers involved, but you're just trying to survive, and he's done that with his legs.
And maybe the other 2 big plays, Thunderbolts defense getting the stop by Purcell there on 4th down, and then McCaney, desperation, kind of reach out and prevent a touchdown. Looked like they had something there on the post pattern.
Sure looked like it was going to be a touchdown to me, and all I saw was the glove. It's like this big white glove just stuck his hand out there, and Keith McCaney, who is no stranger to getting interceptions as well, comes up big.
All right, 14-6 here at halftime. Thunderbolts on top. More of our halftime show comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunderbolt. Let's take a tour around the RMAC. We're here. Thunderbolts lead at 14-6. Upset brewing up in Rapid City. South Dakota Mines, they lead Mesa 17-7. There's only 3:52 to go in the ball game. Mesa, they had high hopes of winning today and then maybe hosting Western Colorado next week, beating them and getting into the playoffs, but that all goes down the drain if they lose, and they're in big trouble right now because South Dakota Mines just did score to make it 17-7, and there's only 3:52 to go in that ball game up in Rapid City. Fort Lewis looking for another victory. They lead Highlands 37-14. 5:42 to go in the 4th quarter of that game down in Durango. Black Hills State leads Adams State 10-0. That's gone to halftime. And look at this. Chadron State, they lead Western Colorado 10-7 late in the first half there. As Western Colorado does have the ball, but only 30 seconds to go in the half.
Is that in Gunnison?
That game is in Gunnison, so that's not good for Western Colorado. Now, of course, they can look back and say, well, we got the head-to-head victory over Mines. Should they lose today and then trying to find their playoff situation? But they got no easy order having to go on the road next week against Mesa in Grand Junction, so things not over with. It's eye-opening indeed when you see Chadron State. That's where the Thunderwolves have to go next week. I have looked at the long-range weather forecast. I was always worried about that trip, though, that we might get a weekend like we had here.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
But right now, it looks pretty good up there in Chadron, Nebraska. Don't have to worry about a big old snowstorm up there, which they have had in the past. I remember the one year Western Colorado was stranded in Wyoming for about 3 days.
Yep.
Before they could play the football game up there. 14-6 here at halftime. We'll have the first half numbers. That comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
14-6 here at halftime. Thunderwolves lead the ball game. First half numbers, they kind of show you what kind of a defensive slugfest we've had here so far. Thunderwolves with only 8 first downs, Mines with only 5. Thunderwolves 51 on the ground, 139 through the air, 190 yards in total offense. Mines 94 on the ground, 72 through the air, 166 yards in total offense. Now, one of the big numbers, Mines fumbled the ball in the first half 4 times, or 3 times, recovered all 3 of them.
Yeah, didn't lose one. That's key.
They did throw the interception, so Thunderwolves +1 in that category. Not a lot of penalties. 4 for 28 against Mines, 3 for 28 for the Thunderwolves. Third downs, though, been a problem for both teams. Mines 1 of 8, Thunderwolves 1 of 7. Each team 1 of 2 on fourth down. We've only had 1 red zone trip in this game. That was by the Thunderwolves, and they are 1 for 1. Individual numbers, Russell 11 carries, 51 yards, and the touchdown. Capra, 11 carries for a net 49. Was sacked 4 times in the first half. You have to factor those yardage. Walker, 11 carries for 45 yards. Fuller, 13 of 16, 130 yards, did throw the touchdown. Capra, 5 of 11 to 1 pick, 72 yards. Receiving, Retzlaff, 5 for 52. Russell, 4 for 28 and the touchdown. Toscas 3 for 37, and Rakowski 2 for 13. Shealy 3 for 67, including the big 45-yarder late in the first half, which set up the field goal. Max McLeod, though, held to 1 catch for only 3 yards. Walker, 1 catch for 2. Defensively, Shaw with 4 tackles. Seidenberger with 3. Sampleton and Webb also with 3. Ramsey has 4. Moreno, Zingelman, and Gregg with 3 apiece for the Ore Diggers. 14-6 here at halftime. We got time to look at a couple of the scores from around the country. In Division II, we had a near upset today as the number 1 ranked team in the country, Ferris State, scores late and defeats Saginaw Valley 27-24. So Ferris avoids disaster today. Minnesota State, they defeat Mary 49-28. Slippery Rock, we always like to mention them, 13th ranked team in the country. They defeated Seton Hill 38-20. Grand Valley State with a win today, 20-0 over Michigan Tech. Glancing down maybe at a couple other scores of local night and big game. Third quarter score, 23rd ranked Sioux Falls trails to number 10 Augustana 20-14. That is in the third quarter late there. Central Missouri, they've had a couple of big wins this year. They lead number 19 Emporia State 37-21. That's a third quarter score. UIndy leads Missouri S&T 41-10.
The Greyhounds.
Go to d2.com to get all your scores from today's action. Here it's halftime. Thunderwolves lead at 14-6. Second half is next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Welcome back to the Thunderbolt. Well, Joe and I having a panic attack. We're looking for Roman Fuller down there, and all the 3 quarterbacks are warming up except for Roman, but Roman was having a conversation with his quarterback coach.
Yeah, we've seen Phil Vigil and Brayley Brown make changes at that position midstream. Sometimes they go with their gut, and sometimes it's situational. I don't think that's going to happen in this game. I don't think it's been Roman Fuller's fault at all. Do you?
Well, 13-16, I think that's pretty good. All right, Mines gets the ball first to start the second half. Shadows starting to lengthen here. Surprised they don't have the lights on yet. Here's the kick. And it goes in the end zone. The half the field is going to be in shadows here before too long. So I think they'd be wise to probably maybe get the lights on here, but we'll see.
Look at you managing game day, too.
Yeah, I think that's the thing to do.
You know, it's not like the old days where you had to turn them on and they had to warm up for an hour.
That's true.
Now they turn them off and on with a switch, LED.
Okay.
Remember that, though? You used to have to turn them on before.
Wait.
At Runyon, Ed, maybe we had the lights, please. He'd walk out and he'd turn on the lights, but it would be like still daylight just to make sure they would warm up.
All right, here we go. Mines, first drive of the second half, trailing at 14-6. 2 wideouts right, single wideout left. They hand the ball up the middle, and a submarine job there.
Suplex.
Daniel Bone.
Oh.
And now Bone goes down.
Jerry on the play, tackled by number 3, Daniel Bone.
He's going to be all right. They ran Walker right up the middle. Gained 4 on the play.
He looks gimpy. And did he take a sock off, or he just has a long leg? He looks off.
Second down and 6. Bunch formation to the left. Trips to the right, not left. They look right. Fire it right. Caught into traffic there, but McCurdy, between 3 Thunderwolves defenders there, grabs it for the first down out at the 39-yard line. Everybody was focused, I think, there on McLeod. That's where my eyes were at, and then they zipped it in there to McCurdy.
That was a tight window. Give Capper a little bit of credit for taking a shot there.
Yeah, if he's off just a little bit there, that could have been a pick 6. First and 10, Orediggers from the 39-yard line. Trailing at 14-6. Empty backfield as Walker goes in motion left. They roll the pocket left. Now just throw it away. He threw that away when he saw Daniel Bone starting to come in there like a heat-seeking missile. Or maybe it was Seidenberger, not Bone, excuse me.
I think Seidenberger is Capper's best friend right now.
Yeah, he's the spy.
I think he's the shadow. You talked about long shadows right now on the field. I think he's that guy.
They did have a design run in the first half where they've got a guard right out in front to take care of Seidenberger. But the secondary able to fly to the ball and get Capper down for a short gain. That was back in the first half. Second and 10 from the 39-yard line. McLeod in motion, now resets in the slot to the right. Here comes pressure off the edge. And he steps up, but he gets away for just a moment before he's taken down by Rulo.
Caden Rulo from a safety blitz on the backside. Cuts underneath the twist. And like you said, Capper's been stepping up in the pocket. Boom, they get him.
So a loss back to the 34-yard line brings up 3rd down and 15.
Well, you saw Cade Foskey's eyes when I said I'd blitz every down. He's like, there's a reason why you sit in the booth and you don't coach football.
He's selective when he sends guys, and that time Rulo able to get home. Only going to rush 4 this time. Over the middle and caught. Getting forward for a couple of yards, breaking a tackle, but that's about it for maybe 6 on the play out to the 40-yard line. Got an injured Thunderwolf on the field back here at the 32-yard line.
That looks Finney. He looks like he just twisted something.
Complete tackle on the play by number 16, Gray Cow.
Boy, defense did a great job flying to the ball that time. So they threw it underneath. They were giving them that, though. They were conceding them the underneath route, and then you just fly to the football.
Yeah, that 7's free. You're more than welcome to have those 7 if you want. That's the other 7 that you can't have.
So Finney is now up on one knee.
You know, he's a wrecking ball, and he plays hurt all the time. So when we tease him, when you're that old, you're going to have aches and pains.
Yeah, looks like he's all right. Just testing that left leg out a bit.
Well, when you get up and you're trying to know if you're hurt, and then Herm Smith hits you on the head, your defensive line coach comes over and smacks you in the helmet, you better be okay.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Looks fine.
Again, this was what you needed from your defense coming out of the locker room at halftime.
Well, what Mines need now is Blake Dowd to boom a punt here, but the Thunderwolves made that adjustment. They know he's a great directional kicker, and they have 2 men deep. Although they're kind of pinched toward the middle of the field here. Let's see if he tries to angle it. Punt is away, and he angles it toward Robinson, who will take it at the 12. He's going to try to cut upfield across the 15, 20, 25, 30. Cuts back inside, 35, now outside, up around the 40-yard line. No flag. Now we got pushing and shoving out here around the 35 yards. Don't throw a punch there. Boy, the Thunderbolts, Donovan English, looked like he threw a right cross there, but he didn't connect. I think if he connects, he's going to get ticketed. He had a Mines guy giving him the business, kind of tackled him.
Well,
what a return by Robinson, though.
And the guy that you don't want to get angered is Donnie English because he is the self-professed smack talker leader.
All right, good field position for the Thunderbolts.
Putting the 10 up over Phoenix right now, that's not ever good. Trainer almost tripped going into the trainer. That's even worse.
Herself. Ball at the 39-yard line. 2 wideouts bunched to the right here. They give it to Russell, puts his head down, and gets across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. Gains 2, 2nd down and 8.
I will take that, though. I will take those 2. Just poke, poke, poke.
Yeah, trying to soften them up a little bit. Joey Beckner, Jr. out of Holyoke, Colorado. That football factory in Holyoke. I've mentioned that name a few times, though.
Well,
they're tough there.
Miles Sprague. All the Spragues. Dusty back in the day.
2nd down and 8 from the 41-yard line. Trips to the left here. They show blitz. They don't come. Step up in the pocket. Going up the sideline. Trying to get it to Retzlaff. Looking back into the sun. Man. Incomplete. Pretty good coverage there. Retzlaff was trying to make the adjustment. It was tough looking into that sun field that time. He found the ball at the last minute, but unable to secure it.
And I don't know if he wanted Roman to put a little more air on that. He pointed up, but maybe he was talking about the sun because that's exactly where the sun is angled right now.
3rd down and 8 from the 41-yard line. Press coverage all across here by the Orediggers. They show blitz. They send 5. Fuller steps up, fires it to right side, too high. Tried to get it to Toscas, incomplete. He had him. Pass just sailed on him, though.
And he had the first down by 4 yards. That's not a ball you see Roman Fuller miss very often.
Yeah, just put a little too much air under it there.
I think he had more time than he thought he did, maybe.
Yeah, they were sending 5, but the line did a good job picking it up. So now the Thunderbolts have to punt. So advantage push here to start this second half. Both defenses do the job. Baker to punt it away. Boy, looked like they got a good jump there on the edge. No flag, though. Punt is away.
Good punt.
And caught at the 17, avoiding the first tackle. Getting forward across the 20. Spin move to about the 22. Not a bad return there by Mickelson. Pretty big chance to get just 5 yards, but hey, that's what you get paid to do, right?
Well, and returners don't ever want to call fair catch. Ever. I don't care who you are. I know they're told to. They don't want to.
So we settle nothing on those first 2 possessions of the second half. Neither team able to do anything with it. Mines takes over at the 23-yard line. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, Thunderbolts gained 2 yards on the exchange of punts. Orediggers trot right out to the line of scrimmage. McLeod to the left, Shealy to the right. Walker the running back. They give it to him, and he makes a little cut, breaks the tackle. Good, powerful run there. He's got the first down out around the 35-yard line.
Oh, look at him now. He's arrogant and feed me, and I got a first down. And I just want to knock them on their ass when they do that.
Gain of 12, 1st and 10 for the Orediggers, 35-yard line. And again, they give it to him in the middle. This time he spins right into a brick wall. Thunderbolts have him. Lorenzo, ball that comes out, but the whistle had blown.
Going on the field is a 4 progress will stop. Prior to the ball coming out, it is 2nd down.
Loss of a yard, it'll be 2nd and 11.
He's walking off a little gingerly.
Like Lorenzo Diggs got the stop that time. Yeah, he is a little favoring that leg this time is Landon Walker. Maybe
that's after he was
maybe strained
taunting.
Something on that celebration. Thunderbolts make their substitutions. Center Judge waiting for him to make it. Now he backs out of there. 2nd and 11 for the Orediggers. Here comes pressure. Steps up and gets the pass complete, but gain across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. And across her to Nick Stone. Good play there by McCaney. Holding him about 4 yards short of the first down here. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 41-yard line. Thunderbolts can dial up some pressure this time on Capra. And Thunderbolts are offside, and that's going to be a neutral zone violation on the Thunderbolts. They came across, forced the tackle to move. That's going to be a free 5 yards for the Orediggers.
And that's a first down. Yep. Again, it was either Dre Towns. If he'd have gone back, he'd have been fine, but he jumped and then just.
Well, when he moved, it forced the tackle to move. That's what they call a neutral zone violation. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Again, another penalty on CSU Pueblo.
Straight drop back, look left, fire left, caught. Gain of about 8. This time it's Sheely. You got to respect his ability to get deep, and he just goes down and finds the soft spot in the zone, and Capper put it right on him. Gain of 8, 2nd down and 2. The running back is Braylon Tate. They line up in the pistol. Now they adjust in the gun. And they're going to give it to Tate up the middle, and he's right at the sticks. Looks like a first down. Gets it to the 43-yard line of the Thunderbolts. 1st and 10 Orediggers. 14-6, Thunderbolts on top. 9:05 to go here in the third quarter.
Gary on the play, tackled by number 5, Gary Siedenberger.
2 first downs here on this drive for the Orediggers. Both teams went 3 and out on their first drives of the second half. Trips to the right. They give it up the middle. Thunderbolts have it shut down. Nothing there. Seidenberger stops him for a gain of a yard down to the 42. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
We're going to have to talk to the PA announcer. He keeps calling him Seidenberger, and he's probably the best player on the team, so you might want to get his name right.
2nd down and 9 from the 42-yard line. Trips to the left.
Finney's back in. He was back in on that play. He came out for substitution, but he was back in on that play.
Man in motion. That's Stone. Steps up in the pocket. Now pressure. Escapes to the right. Now fires it up the sideline. Incomplete. Very close to the line of scrimmage, but he was legal.
That pass is incomplete. Brings up
So it'll be 3rd down and 9.
Big down for the Thunderwolves defensively. You want to get off the field. You were on the field a lot in the first half. You need to get off the field now and let that offense try and find its rhythm.
Walker was back in for that play as well. He was dinged up earlier on this drive. He comes out of the game now, though. Tate is the running back. Double wide out to each side here. Thunderwolves all up along the line of scrimmage here, especially on the defensive right side. Now they tighten the formation up, maybe to counteract that pressure. Step up in the pocket. They're going for it all. Sheely is open. The pass is there and incomplete, broken up at the last minute.
Ben Wilson, great defense.
If the ball was on time, it might have had a chance. The ball just a bit underthrown, and that allowed Wilson, who comes up a little bit gimpy, but he got there to break it up. Saves a touchdown.
He had great closing speed on that because he was beat. But the ball had a little bit too much air.
Sheely comes up gimpy. He's kind of hanging that right shoulder down and limping a little bit toward the sideline.
It's Rubbins racing today.
So a big stop there by the Thunderbolts defense. Rakowski, the lone safety, stands back at the 10-yard line. Expect a directional kick or a pooch kick here. Angles it toward the left side. Fair catch signal for it, taken by Rakowski at the 15-yard line. Flag is down here at the 45-yard line.
Fair caught by number 6, Zach Rakowski. First down, Thunderwolves.
I guess illegal formation here against Mines, but they're pointing at the Thunderwolves.
I think they want to know what he wants to do. You want to re-kick it or take the 5?
And Phil says take it on the punt. Timeout on the field. 7:41 to go here in the third quarter. 14-6 Thunderwolves on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back.
Vice President for Athletics and Strategic
The Thunderbolt. I
Dr.
got
Paul
caught. I was
Pelosi
kind of enjoying
would like
some
to
of this
present the commemorative
this chili
flag
that
to
Todd
Farmers
Kelly
Insurance.
brought us. The kind of a
Those
combination. We got pork.
It's
and beans.
Pozole, Jim.
Oh, is that what that is?
It's Pozole.
That's what that is?
That's Pozole.
All right. Oh, learn something new
It's
every day.
good, though. Pozole's got the hominy and the pork and the chicken.
All right. I don't think I've ever had that.
You need to live in Bessemer.
Sounds like it. I think I'd be right at home.
I make great Pozole, by the way.
Good deal. Rakowski in motion. Now resets back to the left side. Give the ball to Russell up the middle, and tough sledding. Gets about 2, maybe 3 on the play. It'll be second down.
I would like to see a little bit more from CSU Pueblo's offensive line. This is a unit that's played together for 2 years now, almost every snap, and they're just not getting push off the ball.
Gain of 3, second down and 7. Ordiger's showing blitz here. They got 6 guys up along the line of scrimmage. Now Fuller sees that and changes the play call.
Well, they want 6 guys in the box. That means they'll take shots all day.
Now they back out of their bit. Play action. Fuller steps up. He's going for it all. He's looking for Rakowski, and he's being held. No, now the flag comes down. That has always baffles me, Joe, how one referee looking right at it, the field judge ignores it. The deep back judge had to throw the flag. It was obvious as all hell, but the one guy totally ignores it. The other guy bails him out, throwing the flag.
Jim, I also think if he makes that catch, he keeps the flag in his pocket. Don't you?
Yeah, probably.
I think that's what I think it was. And that and whether they do that or not, that was a great call because he was being held all the way down the field.
Well, and you could hear everybody in the stands sees the same things I'm seeing and you're seeing, and the one guy that didn't see it was the guy with the F on his back. And of course, F stands for something. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for the Thunderwolves. Here's Retzlaff, wide to the left. Trips to the left now as he resets. They give the ball to Russell. Tries to get to the corner. Nice cut back inside. And he gets pushed forward. A little push action there. Gets down up to the 45-yard line. Picks up 7. It'll be second down and 3.
I need more of that. I need more of these 1st and 5-yard carries, 6-yard carries, 7-yard carries with Howard Russell.
Umpire tax takes a yard away, puts it back to the 44. So it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Thunderwolves. Double wide out left, single wide out right. Long count. Fake it. Pass to Robinson on the left side. Gets a block. Spins. Got the first down. He's across midfield down to the 49-yard line. Toscas engaged there with the cornerback, Will Dragic. That was quite a battle. They mark it at midfield. 1st and 10 Thunderwolves. First down here of the second half. Well, you just get the feeling this is a big drive in this game, Joe. If you can just take that ball down the field and get
any kind of
cushion.
points. Yeah,
yes.
Any kind of points.
And they give it to Russell, probing, puts his head down, knifes his way down to the 46-yard line.
He wanted to go to the 45, didn't he? And that umpire just said, no, we're not going to do that.
Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Positive yards, though, Joe. The Thunderwolves haven't been behind the sticks often today.
No, first down. That was a key last week. It's a key this week. First down is a key for CSU Pueblo.
And fake it to Russell. Come out in the flat. This is Bozzi, the tight end. Makes one man miss. Gets close to the 4. Then shoved out of bounds.
Yeah.
Flag is down. Personal foul against the Ordiggers. Bozzi is a nice, big, inviting target. The junior college transfer out of the California area. He's out of Nevada. I always get that screwed up. Hawthorne, Nevada is where he's from. He took a shot at the end of the play, and that'll be a free 15 for the Pack.
You know, all the best people were born in Hawthorne, California. My wife.
Really?
Lynn.
Well,
born in Hawthorne.
It's a famous town then.
Personal foul, right here out of bounds. Defense number 24.
So Bozzi had gained about 4 on the play, but then tack on the 15. That's going to take it all the way down to the 27-yard line.
And I think because that happened where it did on CSU Pueblo's bench and everybody was hooting and hollering, might have given him a little bit of a
Yeah, a little
have more
influence.
reason to throw that.
So now it's 1st and 10 pack at the 27-yard line of the Orediggers. They're in field goal range, but they want more here with 4:50 to go. Clock rolling here in the third quarter. Russell on the left hip of Fuller here from the gun. Now Retzlaff in motion, resets, fake it. Now they look, pump fake. Fuller fires it left sideline, trying to get it to Retzlaff. Incomplete. Good coverage there. Coming over there, Jackson Zimmerman.
I'll put that one on Roman Fuller. There was nobody else in the pattern as far as Roman was concerned. He looked at Reggie from the time he snapped the ball and didn't look off anybody, and he ended up throwing that in basically triple coverage.
So now 2nd down and 10. And we just talked about Thunder Wolves haven't been behind the chains much today, but now it's 2nd and 10. That's kind of a rarity here today.
They can get back on schedule with this play.
2 wideouts to each side. Ball's on the left hash. Fuller straight drop back. Going for it all, looking for Retzlaff, and he is being mugged, and he caught it. Touchdown! What a catch by Retzlaff!
Mines is going to challenge this one, Jim, because they think he was bobbling the ball. And look at the cornerbacks are going to say, challenge this because he was bobbling the ball.
Yeah, one guy ran off the field for Mines all the way over there. Will Ramsey saying, challenge that. He never had it.
And I think he might be right. We'll see if they throw the challenge flag.
What they chose to ignore was Retzlaff being mugged on the play, but he still caught it.
Yeah, and whoever's talking to the Mines Brain Trust said, no, that's not the case.
Well, now at the last minute do they get the challenge in. They call timeout. They call timeout to look it over a little bit longer. They did not throw the challenge.
Timeout.
They want a little bit longer to look. So now if they challenge and lose, they would lose a timeout in addition.
Right.
I don't know if they put a replay up on the board.
No, I don't think so.
To me, Retzlaff was being held. Yeah, now they are going to challenge.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if they win that challenge, Will Ramsey, the sophomore from Texas, Argyle, Texas.
The sprint.
He's going to be the guy. He's going to get an extra pizza on the bus. He ran all the way across the field and begged his coaches to challenge that ball.
Well, here's where we rely on our people watching the game on the stream that listen to us. You got to text in right now.
Well, in real time, Jim,
yeah.
I agree with him. I think he was bobbling that ball.
So we'll see what the decision is here.
But then again, the tablets, the vision, what kind of angle did they have?
I mean, this is a crucial call.
Huge.
There, they just put it up on the board. Let's take a look at it. Here's another look. He's being mugged. That's interference to me. He has it. He's down. Looks like a catch to me. That looks like a catch. Just on the big board from this distance.
Again, if they review this quickly, the call will stand. The longer it takes over there. We haven't seen many calls reviewed with reverse with the challenge.
Very rarely see a reverse.
They don't have 15
I don't remember
angles.
any call being reversed.
Well, they don't have 15 angles and slow-mo like they do in Division I or in the NFL. They have the 2 stationary cameras that are doing the webcasts.
Again, anybody want to chime in, go ahead.
Again, taking a little bit longer than I would like.
Yeah, when you're looking at it longer, it means almost you're looking to see where he bobbled it and where he was. He definitely came down in bounds on his backside. The whole question is the ball move at all. Here's another look, Joe. Here they're going to show it up on the board again. From ground level, he's got it. He's down. You can see that player, we're talking about Ramsey, he's immediately saying he bobbled it. He's got it there, hits, and when he rolls over, does he secure it?
Well, Devin Lyer, the defensive back.
Here's another look from up top. Shoulder down. He's got it pinned against his side. The field judge is right there, signals touchdown the whole way. I don't know how you overrule that.
Well, I think that's what they're trying to say, and this officiating crew has headsets, so they'll talk to each other. So we'll watch Phil's reaction when the referee comes out of the tent, because he'll have already made his call, and the team will already have known. But again, this is taking far too long.
And I don't have to explain to you the ramifications of this call, what it could mean, not only in this game, what it means in the conference season, what it means in the national playoff picture.
Yeah, Michael Gray is beside himself, and I think it's going to be a touchdown. Yeah.
Thunderbolts already celebrating. Yep. Keywords there is not confirmed. It stands. Stands as called. Not enough to overrule it.
Now, are they going to charge them a timeout because they took a timeout and then challenged?
To me, you got to.
But I don't think they will. They should.
So now extra point try upcoming here for the Thunderwolves. I'm interested to see how Aaron Kinnitschtzke handles that in the highlights. That'll be two separate highlights there, right? The touchdown and then the review announcement.
Just the eruption of the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Splice them together.
The people that are sitting below us on the west side of the stadium are freezing because they're in the shadows.
Yep, the sun has gone away from them. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. 4:36 to play here in the third quarter. Thunderwolves a little more comfortable. They lead it 21-6. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Yeah, we got a big moment here. Chance to win $800 worth of tires, Joe. This is a big kick. Softball player.
She's little, though. This is a tough ask. This is a tough ask for a college kid that can kick. Oh, my.
She got a lot of it. Oh, just short. Man, oh, man, that was a good attempt, though. That's our best attempt we've had this year.
They should have. That's a long field goal.
That was. And on a cold day, that ball's got to be like kicking a brick.
I was marveled at Rich Carlos.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember showing my kids highlights of Rich Carlos, and they thought he was stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, what is his gig?
He's a hell of a kicker, man.
But, I mean, think about where he kicked and who he kicked for, not wearing a shoe.
Author of one of the greatest plays in Broncos history.
Why would you not wear a cleat?
The kick that put him into the Super Bowl.
But why wouldn't you wear a cleat?
I know, exactly. All right, here we go. Thunderwolves leading at 21-6. 4:36 to go, third quarter. Here's the kick. It is sent deep and out the back of the end zone into the bandstand.
The sousaphone caught it.
That kickoff brought to you by Pick One is out of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, now the Thunderwolves, they've really prevented Mines from going up and down the field today. They did hit the one big shot late in the first half. That is the thing you worry about with the Ore Diggers.
But don't you also pin your ears back a little bit now? I know you have to be a little bit cautious, but now you're comfortably up 2 scores.
You just cannot allow them a quick stride over the top of you. That's the one thing that'll kill you in this game right now. Sheely wide to the right. He caught the big one in the first half. McLeod hasn't really been a factor in today's ball game yet. Press coverage on him. They're going to run this is the Wildcat play as Walker fakes the handoff, and the tailback runs it forward for about 4.
One of the Thunderwolves, I don't know, it's not Sandlines, it must be Turrentine. Got up a little bit gimpy.
Gain of 4, second down and 6.
Quarterback carry tackled by.
He'll come out of the ball game. Gage Hill checks in. Now another wave of substitutes. Look at that. 6 guys come in for the Thunderwolves.
You wonder if that's cramping?
5 wide receiver package here for the Ore Diggers here on 2nd and 6. Capper back in the game. Takes the snap. Fires it left. Caught. Sheely makes the adjustment, and he's hit right at the line to make. They're going to mark him about a foot short, looks like. He gave up. I think he had the first down, and then he tried to backtrack and gave up the first down trying to get more, but he's going to be a foot short.
Another Thunderwolf hurt on that play. Just wherever they were going to spot the ball, he's like, give me a minute here, sir.
Yeah, he's down on a knee taking inventory, and I think that's Gage Hill, just came into the game on the last play.
You know, They run a lot of these guys in for a reason right now.
Gage Hill, big dude out of Altoona, Pennsylvania, right?
We've seen Gage Hill come out. We've seen Turntine come out. We've seen Feeney come out twice and go in the tent.
He's out of Altoona, Pennsylvania, but played his junior college ball at Penn West in California. Third down and about a foot. Down to 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 21-6.
Again, Wildcat.
Yeah, confusion reigning here for the Ore Diggers. The play clock down to 20. Looks like they finally have what they want here. Bring a man in motion across the formation. Direct snap. They give it up the middle. They get the first down. That time they hand it off. As they hand it off to their third string running back, Max Barnes, Redford freshman out of Austin, Texas. He gets the first down. So the ball is at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Ore Diggers. McLeod splits wide to the left, Shealy wide to the right. He's locked up over here with Eli Pittman in single coverage. Now they changed the play call here. Capra back in the ball game to play quarterback. Straight drop back. He looks left. He's going up the left sideline for McLeod, and the short haul. Then he's hit late. Is that a defenseless receiver? No, they say it is not.
He held up. That was Daniel Bone trying to hold himself up. He did let off the gas, and it's a good thing he did because he'd have got ticketed.
And the Mines fans across the way booing as that was Max McLeod. Passed just about a foot too far, and then he got laid out over there on the sideline.
I'm guessing Max McLeod's not 100%.
It doesn't look like he's right, does it, Joe?
Nope. We've seen this kid play for a long time, and he just does not look like he's right.
2nd down and 10. Still a threat, but just not what we've seen in the past. Straight drop back. They look right. Here comes pressure. Flush him out of the pocket. He's able to get away. Now sets up, fires, looking deep for McLeod, and the ball is broken up, incomplete. McLeod had his hands on it. But now we're going to get a roughing the passer call on the Thunderwolves on the sideline. Flag is out.
He might have been beyond the line of scrimmage.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer against the Thunderwolves.
Well, that's
it's on Dre Towns.
He's not having a very good quarter. He's got 20 yards and penalties right now on his own.
In his defense, Capra put on the brakes and then launched the pass. Man, that was a split. That's a tough roughing the passer call to get, but you got to know in your mind they're going to err toward that fact. Sometimes you just have to pull up. 1st down and 10, Ore Diggers, 48-yard line of the Thunderwolves. They hand the ball in the middle. Got a decent gain. Good hard run forward here for Landon Walker. Close to 10 yards. Looks like he's going to be about a foot short of the 1st down.
The side judge is like, hey, man, we're going to go to the inch. That's how you keep the clock moving.
Turntine out. Lutu checks in now for the Thunderwolves. Here comes Seidenberger back, and the Ramming comes out. Scipio comes out.
They look gassed, Jim. Scipio and Ramming.
2nd and a foot. And they give it up the middle. This is a scat back. He's into the secondary. He's in the clear. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Ore Diggers, Braylon Tate. Well, they spring him into the secondary. They're on 2nd and a foot. When you sell out trying to stop short yardage, that's what can happen to you sometimes. And the Ore Diggers are right back in it here.
So you felt real good about yourself till about 10 seconds ago.
So the roughing the passer call, really the key play of that series there, giving them new life. They're going to go for 1 here. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. 1:38 to go here in the third quarter. Just got a little tighter, a little more interesting. Thunderwolves lead at 21-13 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Here's the kick. Long pooch kick here. That's going to hit down. Thunderbolt's going to have to return this. Mitchell picks it up at the 12, across the 15, and he spun down at the 16-yard line. Good strategy there on special teams by the Orediggers. They kick it short. Got the good hop. Well, Mitchell had to cover it up. Nobody could fair catch it, so Thunderbolts have to start from their own 16.
If he feels it clean, it's not that big a deal. But anytime you hesitate like that and they're coming full speed, you see what Braley Brown, this is where we talk about being conservative, milking some clock, moving the ball. And we say that, and then he takes a shot.
I think you still got to be full throttle here. 21 isn't going to be the winning number.
No.
Double wide out left, single wide out right. Russell in the backfield. Straight drop back, out pattern right, caught. And Retzlaff, it's Toscas, belted down. Gains about 4 on the play to the 20, but he paid a heavy price there. Gain of 4, second down and 6.
Second down.
Now we got an extra football out on the field. And the referee says, get that ball out of here. Second and 6. Trips to the left here for the Pack. Flag down, illegal formation, either that or they're lined up offside. Russell with a good run, has the first down and more out across the 30. Now we await the call.
See what the lines, it's Phil Vill's hot, so it's got to be on Csu-Pueblo.
I think we had an illegal formation here on the Pack. Boy, he is hot.
Penalty marker on the play.
In the formation. Offense, more 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot.
So only 6 men on the line of scrimmage. Got to have 7. So now that makes it second down and 11 from the 15-yard line. It just got a little dicier here for the Pack.
You got it. Penalties are going to kill this team eventually.
Russell in motion to the left side. They look left. They fire it to Russell on the left side. Try to get a block on the edge. Turns the corner. Gets up the sideline. Blasted out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. Good play, though, on second down.
That was our guy, Will Ramsey, who he of the challenge begging for. I wonder if he's going to get admonished now because they didn't win that challenge.
Well, the umpire tax takes it back to the 22-yard line. So third down, about 3 here for the Pack, maybe 4, closer to 4.
You'd sure like to pick up at least 1 first down here after a touchdown.
Fuller claps his hands. Takes the snap. Steps up, fires a left, caught. Rakowski's got the first down up the sideline. Little crossing route, kind of a pick play, a mini pick play by Retzlaff, although he didn't set a pick. He just kind of interfered with the defender there. That should be the last play of the quarter. Thunderbolts rush up to the line of scrimmage like they want to run a play. Now the center judge comes in and said, no, we got to let them wait. And that will indeed do it for the third quarter. Fantastic finish coming up. Thunderbolts lead at 21-13, trying to win a Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference title. Fourth quarter is next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Into Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the Pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Well, what a huge third down pickup that was for the Thunderwolves right there. Good play design as they had all the focus on Retzlaff coming on the in route, and then Rakowski snuck around him.
When these receivers are so big and so fast and so strong, you kind of get lost or mesmerized by them. But you forget the underneath stuff is there. Rakowski, Dvorak, Luckadoo, even Nigel underneath.
This time Rakowski splits with Retzlaff wide to the right. Toscas is in the slot to the left. Straight drop back by Fuller. Here comes a safety blitz. Passes away. Oh, they got all kinds of room here. Luckadoo up the sideline, 35, out around the 39-yard line. Well, they shut it down in a hurry, but it was wide open for Luckadoo there as they sold out on the safety blitz.
They've been trying to get him in the ball all season long, Jim.
Yep, his first catch of the year.
First catch of the year.
For 8 yards, second down and 2.
They've been trying to get him the ball all season long.
Well, he is in the slot to the left this time. Rakowski goes in motion wide to the right. Straight drop back by Fuller. They look down the middle. They got Reds left wide open. 30, 25, 20, 10. Touchdown, Thunderwolves.
That is your player of the year in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. Reggie Retzloff, if he's not player of the year, then something is wrong.
What a strike by Fuller. Hit him in stride, and it's no contest. That's your answer right there, Joe. A huge answer for the Pack.
Yeah, thank you very much. He ran across the goal line like he was breaking the tape in the 100.
Exactly. That's the way you do it. Extra point try upcoming here. Ball's down. Kick is up. Willig's extra point is good. Just like that, the Thunderwolves back out to that nice little comfortable 28-13 lead here. What a play, though. The key to the drive, the third down pickup to Rakowski, and then the Thunderwolves hit the big strike.
Well, and we got to give the offensive line. We're a little bit hard on them when it comes to running because they're not a running.
Yeah.
They're not. But their pass protection is as good as it's ever been. They've had,
second week in a row.
Yeah, he's been
Fuller is
untouched.
they just don't get to him. And he is so big and strong. He steps up in the pocket. You know damage is going to be done.
Well, if he's got a clean pocket like that, it's going to be a long, long day.
So Thunderwolves now with 14-18 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lead it 28-13. And it'll be Lions to kick it off. I'd imagine Mines might try a return here. The kicks going this way have been a little shorter today. All the Lions booms this one. And he sends it 3 yards deep. They're going to try to run it out of there.
It out.
Across the 5, 10, 15, 20, and taken down at the 23-yard line. What a hit. Oh, my goodness.
Guess who?
It's our man that likes to administer concussions.
Guess
Noah
who?
Purcell.
Noah Purcell's begging people to bring it out of the end zone.
That was a train wreck, ladies and gentlemen, at the 22-yard line.
And for those who are just listening, we joke about it, but Phil Vigil said that the most problems they've had injury-wise in practice have been caused by Noah Purcell.
Yeah, they're convinced he's going to be a fullback in the National Football League. Because he hits people and you stay hit. And he's got that build. First and 10, Ordiggers. And they it's a follow play, and nowhere goes Capper. He should have handed it off. He faked it to Walker and then tried to run it up in there, and he gains a yard, but he paid a heavy price.
Yeah, welcome to Gary Seidenberger. Gary Seidenberger just cleaned his clock.
Well, that's been Seidenberger's assignment all day long. It's pretty much been the spy on Capper, although he does come out of the game here on this play. Now what do we got going there? We got a stoppage. Equipment issue for the Thunderwolves. Somebody lost their mouth guards. Yep.
That was Daniel Bone.
Reset the play clock to 25 seconds and start both on my signal. Thank you.
All right. Take care of that business. We approach the 14-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 28-13. 2 men in motion come toward the line of scrimmage. They have to reset. They do. Straight drop back by Capra. He's going to run it. Tucks it under, and he is sandwiched. And the Thunderwolf player took the brunt of that. The lineman there looked like it was a little knee-to-knee contact that time. As it was Purcell.
He doesn't care.
He kind of, you see me, he's actually literally shaking it off, Joe. He's shaking his head. I'm all right.
Yeah, he's Taylor Swift.
I think his knee banged into Capras that time. It's going to be short of the first down by about 1.5 yards here. So 3rd and short. Well, last time Ordiggers had 3rd and short, they scored a touchdown. We don't want that repeat. I guess actually it was 2nd and short when they scored the touchdown. Walker the back. They give it to him up the middle, and he breaks into the secondary and breaks another tackle, and they got another big gainer across the 50, across the 45, down to the 44-yard line. Concede him the yard, Joe.
Yeah.
You don't want to be giving up 30 yards. And the Ordiggers have it all the way down to the Thunderwolves' 44-yard line. And we We got an injured Thunderwolf on the sideline here.
Thank you for attending today's contest.
Right on the
Our
sideline.
paid attendance for today is 6,091 fans.
Paid attendance, 6,091.
Yeah, we welcome half of you to the radio call today. As they say, we're not going to go battle that snow and cold. And I think people know that you're going to be sitting here in the shade here this second half. It is getting cold on this side of the field.
Can't see who's.
Yeah, one of the injured. They're trying to. Well, okay, that's
Lorenzo
Diggs,
special teams player.
Left leg injury, taking him to the tent. Straight drop back by Capra. Now he's going to run for it. Gets across the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. He's run out of bounds there. Well, Capra's got good escapability.
Well, he's getting a little too comfortable back there again. And what happens when you get too comfortable? You can start picking him apart. You need to make him a little more uncomfortable.
Well, here's when you want to dial up the little bit of Hunter Hughes' defensive philosophy. Let him have these yards, but just keep him out of the end zone on this drive.
Everything underneath, just everything underneath.
Thunderwolves allowed to make their substitutions. We're down to 12:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. They look left, fire it left. Well, they got it blocked pretty well
because
here.
no one was over there, Jim.
Getting up the sideline.
It's easy to run a wide receiver screen when no one's there.
Nick Stone gets down inside the 30. He's got the first down to the 29-yard line.
Did you see how quick Capper got up there and wanted that ball snapped? Sometimes CSU Pueblo substitutes so much that the guys they bring in don't have a chance to get set.
First and 10 from the 29-yard line. Capper from the gun. Yes, Tate in with him in the backfield, the touchdown maker in this game so far. Both wideouts to the right. Running back, pump fake. Now rolling to his left. Trying to get away as Capper gets up the sideline. He's run out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
You hear the fans screaming about a hold because there was one plain as day in front of us. But give Capper.
Wind the clock, ball down to the 20. It's second down and about a yard. Down to 11:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead the game 28-13. Capra takes the snap. Gives it up the middle, and they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard here for Braylon Tate.
I think that was Mike Aluju.
Stopped in the backfield, hit by number 98.
Nope.
So they do give him forward progress back to just outside the 20. It's going to be third down and about a yard, a little over a yard here for the Ore Diggers. They go to their Wildcat formation. It'll be a direct snap to Walker. He does have a back with him in the backfield. He does hand it off up the middle. He gets the first down as they powered forward. They gave it to Max Barnes. And he gets the first down to the 17. So we're down to 10.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead the ball game 28-13. Must touchdown drive. You get the feeling here for the Ore Diggers. Anything less, and it'll go a long way toward the Thunderwolves being able to win this ball game. Again, they stay in the Wildcat here. This time, two backs in the backfield for Walker. Bring a man in the motion, fake the jet sweep action, straight drop back. He's trying to run the quarterback draw, pump fake. Now he'll run with it, and he's hit at the 15-yard line. I don't think he ever had any intention of throwing the ball. He was just doing that to kind of freeze the backers. But Walker gets forward for about 3.
You know, if he ever decides to throw that ball, he's wide open. I don't know what kind of arm he has, but
ball's marked at the 15.
He's staying with it.
Yeah, just inside the 15. So a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7. Sheely and McLeod go wide to the right this time. Now McLeod comes in motion across the formation. Ends up in the slot to the left. He's illegally in motion. No call. Stepping up in the pocket, Capper throws it incomplete. He got hit right as he threw that, and it caused the pass to go incomplete. Reason I say he's illegally in motion, it's like the Canadian football. He takes up off the field before the snap. You can't do that. Well, I guess you can if they don't call it.
That's one of those unwritten rules. It seems like they all get away with that nowadays.
Yeah, it's like they just decided that's legal. So third down now, 3rd and 7. Got to know it's 4-down territory here for the Orediggers. With 9:23 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 28-13. Man in motion to the right side. Resets. Straight drop back. Stepping up in the pocket. Firing it. Incomplete. Tried to get it to the tight end. And he kind of short-armed that because he knew Seidenberger had him lined up.
Gary Seidenberger is playing this game like he's never beaten Mines.
4th down now and 7. Could be the play of the game right here. Thunderwolves players trying to get the fans up and into it here.
I dial up pressure here, Jim. I dial it up. And
Thunderwolves get their substitution package in they want here. Press coverage on this side of the field. A little cushion on the right side. Capper takes the snap. He looks right. Here comes pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Gets away. Trying to run for his life. Now fires it. Deflected. Incomplete. He was looking to the back of the end zone, but a great play, and we talked about him all day. Dramani Jackson might have made the play of the game right there.
You know, Dramani Jackson is just he's getting more and more playing time each and every week. He's come up with some big picks. Great play.
What a play on defense right there by Dramani, because Capper had stopped. He had a man in the back of the end zone. I think it was McLeod he was going to try to go to, but Jackson prevented all that. And it goes over on downs, and the Thunderwolves take over now at the 15-yard line, leading the game 28-13 with 9:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. Now, how do the Thunderwolves handle this? We'd like to get 2 or 3 first downs here at least here. Straight drop back by Fuller. Wide or screen to Russell on the left side. He's submarine. Great play on defense by the Orediggers. Coming up there, knifing underneath everybody to make the stop. That was Mikey Barker, senior out of Ponderosa High School in Parker, Colorado. Loss of 2 on the play.
Mikey Barker from Parker.
I like the play design. I just like the defensive execution there.
Yeah, it was well defended. Because that was just a long handoff. You know what CSU Pueblo does not run are sweeps. You ever notice that they just don't toss the ball on sweep?
2nd down and 12. Fuller gets the okay to run the play that's called. Straight drop back, steps up in the pocket, under pressure for the first time today, and he's sacked back at the 6-yard line. So the Orediggers on defense doing what they have to do here. They need an instant stop. Down to 8:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead the game 28-13, facing 3rd down and forever here. 3rd and 19. Sometimes punt is not a bad play here. So the Thunderwolves just take a little bit more time off the clock, hand it off, get that clock down to around 7 minutes. Let your defense make some more plays. Trips to the left here. Fuller takes the snap. He's in the end zone. Steps up. He's going for it all up the right side, and it is caught by Retzlaff and then dropped. He had it for a moment. It would have been a first down, but the ball was ripped free at the last minute there. Another great play by that cornerback, Mikey Barker.
Reggie's pleading his case that I had it, and then I dropped it when I hit the ground.
Thunderwolves don't have a challenge. Doesn't matter anyway. He had it momentarily, but Barker able to rip it away.
Not the best series offensively for the Thunderwolves in terms of using the clock.
So now standing right on the back line here is Baker. You have to be careful to get a good snap here. You don't want to concede a safety to him here.
See, you just had the best play of the game defensively by keeping him on 4th down, and it doesn't even seem like it was anything.
Now delay a game on the Thunderwolves.
So that moves the center back another 3 yards. Oh, they must have called timeout.
Did they give it to him?
They did.
Yep, they did give the timeout to the Thunderwolves. We'll keep it right here. Yeah, they are saying media timeout. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way. Timeout on the field. Thunderwolves lead at 28-13 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunder Bowl. Mines should get great field position here. Pressure on Baker here to get this punt away. Stands right on the back line. Snap will come from the 5-yard line. It's a low snap, and he handles it. Gets the kick away. Low driving kick. Fair catch signaled and taken at the 45-yard line of the Thunderwolves by Max McLeod. So the Orediggers, they stuck their playmaker back there to return the punt. They put McLeod out there instead of their normal punt returner, Connor Mickelson, hoping they might be able to spring McLeod.
Either that or they just liked his hands.
Good point. So now, 7:34 to go. Just kind of about right where we were before the Orediggers turned it over on downs, only about 30 yards back.
Yeah, we had the play of the game defensively. We talked about Dermonti Jackson, and now that play doesn't matter. I shouldn't say it doesn't matter, but
need to come up with another one just like
it's not as big as it was.
Capper from the gun. Sends Sheely in motion to the right. They look that way. Step up. Gets the pass away. He's got McLeod down there inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. Nice grab there by McLeod, looking right back into the sun.
I don't know how you give a guy like Max McLeod 17 yards of cushion. There was nobody in the area.
Down to the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Orediggers. Trying to come up with a quick score here with 7:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 28-13. Thunderwolves allowed to substitute here. That allows precious time to roll off the clock. Trips to the left. Single wide out right. Look left. Fire left. Into traffic. Oh, my goodness. That was almost intercepted by Jackson.
Yeah, Nick Stone, I don't think, was very convinced. He wasn't very ready for that football.
He wasn't committed, was he?
No.
Clock stops with 6:53 to go, 2nd and 10. Ball at the Thunderwolves' 28-yard line. McLeod is in the slot to the right. Stone is wide to the left. Sheely is wide to the right. Straight drop back by Capper. Looks right, fires right, broken up. They tried to get it over there to McCurdy, who was the 4th wide receiver on the play, and broken up by McCaney. Now, 3rd and 10 for the Orediggers. Thunderwolves getting set along the line of scrimmage. Empty backfield here. Capra looks over the middle, fires over the middle of McLeod. He's short of the first down, though, by about a yard. They're going to mark it at the 19. He needed the 18 for the first down. So it's 4th down and a yard now for the Orediggers. Clock down to 6:35 to go. They bring in their heavy package. And that means it'll be Landon Walker. And he's got Max Barnes with him. They've been able to pick up first downs out of this with this personnel grouping. Bring a man in motion across. Now resetting. They give it up the middle, and he stops short.
Second effort.
Second effort. I think he's still short. Thunderwolves say he's down at the 19. He needed the 18 for the first down. I think the Thunderwolves turn it over on downs here. Ball's not been spotted yet. Now it's spotted at the 19. That's got to be short. Thunderwolves are already celebrating. They're looking it over. It goes over on downs.
That's 2 4th downs in the last 2 possessions that the Thunderwolves have stopped the Orediggers.
Well, they really had him stoned initially, but that second effort made it interesting, but he was still a good half yard short. So now we're down to 6:09 to go. So, boy, the defense has been giant in this game today. The Thunderwolves offense opportunistic. And now the offense, a chance to go into their what they call the 4-minute offense with 6 minutes to go. Just want to get a couple first downs. Take that time away right here. Anything less leaves it still in doubt a little bit. Look at this heavy package. Unbalanced right. Everybody on the right side of the center here. They give it to Russell. He runs right, puts his head down, and gains about 2 on the play. Well, you bring all that personnel, that attracts a crowd sometimes. 2nd down and 8.
Well, I give it to Mines for not being a pushover. You know, you hear Mines, and they've won 5 in a row here against CSU Pueblo, including some blowouts. So, and they weren't going to go down without a fight. You knew that.
Well, and the 2-time national runner-up, losing to Ferris State a couple years ago. Harding last year kind of ambushed them.
Ferris State's a pretty good program.
2nd and 8. Fuller takes it, play action, screen right side to Dvorak, the tight end, and he lumbers forward. He's close to the first down.
Going to be just short, I believe.
Pass is complete to number 8.
They're going to mark it at about the 28. Umpire tax, 27. It's amazing.
It feels like you're saying.
Yeah, give him the yardage he gained there. Why are we marking it at the 27? So 3rd and 2 now for the Thunderwolves. Thunderwolves go to their heavy package, direct snap. Haven't seen this personnel grouping today. They give it to Burrell up the right side, and he stopped short.
This is an emphasis of focus if I'm CSU Pueblo on working on that 3rd and a foot. Well, you know you're going to punt it, so there's no question.
Yeah, the ball spotted at the 28. It's spotted about where I thought it should have been spotted after the catch by Dvorak, and they took that yard away from him, and that ends up being huge. So 4th and a foot. Thunderwolves do run some time off the clock, though. We're down to 4:20, and they could take another 13 seconds off the clock. They should take as much time as possible before punting it here. McLeod is deep. He stands back at the 25-yard line. They're going to try to block this one. Get the punt away.
Good punt.
And McLeod takes the fair catch. Almost got away from him. Hit him up high, but he makes the grab. He's got those great hands.
Hit him in that face mask.
Man, self-preservation grab. 4 minutes exactly to go here. In the 4th quarter, Thunderwolves lead it 28-13.
4 minutes from an RMAC championship, at least a share.
Well, you know, it might be.
If Mesa lost, and they did.
Western came back, and they lead 21-17 with 1:15 to go. If Western had lost today and Thunderwolves won, it would be a title. Well, it's going to be a title nonetheless, but it could have been outright.
Well, and the thing about it is they get the tiebreak over Western, but they don't recognize ties in the RMAC. I mean, they recognize ties. They don't recognize an in.
Plus, you could go to Shattern and just take away all that next week. All right, here we go. More importantly, the big picture, you got to win this one. You got to win next week.
Yeah.
Get the bye, get a home playoff game.
That's what you want. You want that week off to get healthy, to get whole.
And we've got a stoppage here. Are we in a?
No, we weren't.
Now the officials say we're all right. 4 minutes to go. Capra from the gun. Brings Sheely in motion. Straight drop back. Looks right. Here comes pressure, and they got him. Ball fumbled at the end. And they're going to call it an incomplete pass.
Oh, wow.
As Capra had his arm moving forward there. I thought the ball squirted 3 on a fumble. It was recovered by the Orediggers anyway, but. All right, so incomplete. 2nd down and 10 from the 24-yard line. 3:53 to go.
Everybody sees Mahomes, and they know to just get rid of it. That was very close. So they showed that on the replay. Not sure that his arm was that was a pass.
2nd down and 10. 4 wide receivers, but they're all tight to the line of scrimmage here, to the lineman, I should say. Comes pressure off the edge. Now Capra flush to the right side. He's being chased. Now stops and gets rid of it and is knocked out of bounds at the last minute there. That's not going to be roughing the passer. He flung it away just at the end. And now we get Peyton Shaw gets decked by one of the linemen. That should be a personal foul on the Orediggers.
Yeah, but they didn't see it because no official was back there.
And
CSU Pueblo's players did a good job of getting them out of the way. Getting him out of the way.
Ben James got away. He got away with a free shot there. The center or the right guard for Mines as he decked Peyton Shaw in the middle of the field, but nobody saw it. So it's 3rd down and 10. That would have been a huge penalty, too. It would have been a dead ball call. It would have been 3rd and forever. As it is, it's 3rd and 10. Thunderbolts stunt. Arm is hit on the throw, incomplete.
Mike Alutu got it was either Mike Alutu or Cody Ramming.
And right as Capra delivered, the ball kind of fluttered out of there. Now it's 4th and 10. Orediggers got to go for it here.
Yeah, they have to.
Turrentine
now that
limps out of the game.
If they could stop him, that would be 3 in a row on 4th down.
They're sending the punt team out.
Why?
I can't believe this. Really?
Maybe they're going to fake it. CSU Pueblo's got 15 guys on the field.
They are allowed to substitute. Now the umpire steps back. And they indeed punt the ball away.
Interesting.
Don't even want to handle this. Just let the ball hit, and it's not a good punt anyway. Bounces out of bounds at the 41-yard line. I am perplexed right there. The Ore Diggers, maybe they just felt like 3rd and 10 or 4th and 10 was just too much to ask. But now they have their timeouts. They only got 2 timeouts left. Man, that's perplexing to me. I think you got to go for it there. So Thunderwolves now, we're back in that same offense here. Get a couple first downs, game's over. Take all doubt out of it. This formation doesn't lead you to believe they're going to just run it, but now they reset the play clock because we had an issue there. Now we're ready to go. Fuller from the gun. He has Russell on his right hip, and he gives it to Howard. Puts his head down, no gain. This interior line for the Ore Diggers has acquitted itself pretty well here today. Joe Cervi going to make his way down to the field. Stay tuned. We'll have the Thunderwolves post-game show that comes your way next. And now Mines takes their timeout. And I think we've used up our timeout allocation. Tell you what, I'm going to keep it right here. Aaron, this is a little inside baseball. Text me if we do have one more 1-minute timeout to go. I thought I used it up, though. But if I didn't, we'll take it after they take the next timeout. So 28-13, Thunderwolves lead the ball game with 3:30 to go here. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so we don't have to worry about taking any more timeouts. So that way you just get to listen to me yap a little bit up here. Thanks, Aaron. Aaron Kinnitschtzke, our producer and engineer. Aaron's sister is a Mines graduate. We're sorry. You're going to take this loss with you. Aaron, let her know we love her anyway, but, you know. Second down and 10 for the Thunderwolves from the 41-yard line. 3:30 to go here. Mines has one timeout left. And they give it to Russell up the middle. Puts 2 hands on the ball, gets out to around the 44-yard line. Mines takes their final timeout with 3:23 to go. So let's go to the scoreboard here while we got a minute. Take a look around. 56 seconds to go now. Western Colorado leads it 21-17. They scored their go-ahead touchdown with 6:38 to go in the fourth quarter. But they are going to win. Black Hills State now comfortably ahead of Adams State, 38-3 midway through the fourth quarter. Other games are finals. Fort Lewis defeats Highlands 44-22. South Dakota Mines, big win for them today. They knock off Mesa 17-14. That brings their record to 505-5. Mesa, disappointing loss there. They had designs on winning this week and then beating Western next week and slipping into the playoffs, but it's not going to happen for the Mavericks. Couldn't happen to a nicer institution. Am I thinking out loud again? Do I enjoy rivalries in the RMAC? Yes, I do. As long as you don't get mean about it, you know? But it's all right to be unfriendly. 3rd and 7 for the Pack from the 44-yard line. Look to the sideline to get the play call here. Might see some kind of wide receiver screen here. Nope, they give it to Russell. Tries to get the edge and breaks one tackle, but gets taken down at the 46-yard line. And now a flag comes down here late. Going to get a personal foul, I think, against the Ore Diggers here. as somebody exacted a little revenge on the Pack after the play was over. Going to be a dead ball personal foul on the Ore Diggers unless they call some kind of offsetting call here. Dead ball. And it is against the Ore Diggers, a personal foul on Dominic Cajanio. So that marks it down to the 39-yard line of the Ore Diggers. More importantly, it's a first down. Ore Diggers are out of timeouts. Clock rolls with 3:10. Thunderbolts can just wait here. They can wait now another 15 seconds before snapping the ball. So they should take it down to about 2:50 to go here before they snap it. Fuller takes the snap. And Russell hitting the backfield, but spins out of the tackle. Flag down, going to get a hold here on the Thunderwolves. Russell gets all the way down close to the first down, but it's not going to matter here as the Thunderwolves going to be guilty of holding.
Carry on the play by number 4, Howard Russell. Penalty marker on the play.
Holding. Offense number 59. 10 yards from the previous spot.
And the call goes on the Thunderwolves' right, or left guard rather, Arthur Brock. I'm going to give him a pass on that one because he held up the lineman long enough to not get a free shot at Russell. If he doesn't hold him there, who knows, might have blew the play up, might have had a fumble. Sometimes a holding call is not a bad play by an offensive lineman when you're saving your quarterback's life, or in that case, setting up what could have been a mighty collision in the backfield. So 1st and 20 now from the 49-yard line. 2:48 to go here. And they give it up the middle of Russell, and he is smashed down in the backfield. Going to lose a yard and a half on the play. And they didn't get the clock down to in sync with the play clock. So 25 on the play clock, 2:28 to go here. So they do have to run another play here before the 2-minute timeout. Otherwise, you could have burned an extra 40 seconds. So that was a pretty good play there by the Ore Diggers, getting Russell on the turf as quickly as they did. Still gives them a slight, ever so slight, ray of hope. Thunderbolts get the play off. They can run a pass play here. It's a free play because the clock's going to stop. They almost threw an interception, though. That was almost disastrous. And the defensive back for the Ore Diggers slipped, Will Dragic. If he doesn't slip and makes the catch, he had a sideline up the left side. He might have taken that all the way. So now we have the 2-minute timeout with 1:57 to go. That was a little dangerous.
Csu Pueblo Athletic Department. Thank you to MXB Rail and Farmers Insurance for your support of our
another timeout here, or the 2-minute timeout. It has gone final in Gunnison. Western Colorado has defeated Chadron State 21-17. So Western now has to hope the Thunderwolves go on the road to Chadron, Nebraska next week and lose. And they hope they get some help there, and then they hope they defeat Mason, then they can win a share of the RMAC title. But just as important for Western, they win this game and they win next week, they're going to get a pretty good high seed in the regional ranking anyway. So I almost fully expect, for in my mind, the Thunderbolts just run this out, take care of business next week. I could very much see a round of 16 game here from the Thunderbolt with Western Colorado coming in here in 3 weeks. That's the way the NCAA likes to do things. They like to get conference matchups in the round of 16 and more regional matchups so you don't have to have people travel as far. In other words, I can see them putting Western Colorado as the 4 seed in this region if the Thunderwolves end up being the 1 seed. Then if they win their initial playoff game, then they would come in here and play. That's a long ways away, though. We got to take care of some business here, plus next week. More importantly, let's get it taken care of here on third down. No timeouts left for the Ore Diggers. Thunderbolts just hand the ball into the middle, and Russell's going to lose another 2 yards here. It's a rugby scrum. Ball comes out! But it went out of bounds, I think. So that'll stop the clock. Oh, my goodness. That rugby scrum, they stayed up long enough. They were able to rip the ball free. So that stops the clock with 1:45 to go. So now the Thunderbolts have to punt the ball away. So instead of 1:05 to go here at the end of this play, there's going to be 1:45 right now. So that gives a little hope for the Ore Diggers. Thunderbolts will punt the ball away. They put Connor Mickelson back in the game to return this punt. Remember, they've had McLeod back there a couple times here in this fourth quarter. Well, it's pretty good strategy by the Ore Diggers. They refused to let Russell get to the turf as he was fighting for extra yardage. As the rugby scrum moved forward, all of a sudden the ball popped out, but it went out of bounds before Mines could cover it up. Slight delay here. Now we got to reset the play clock to 25. And now they do wind the clock. So evidently they said the play was over. I apologize there. They'd stopped the clock initially, but now they wind it. So now the Thunderbolts can take the time down, but they don't get to take 40 seconds off. They only get to take 25 off. Punt is away. They avoid getting the kick blocked. Fair catch signaled for and taken by Mickelson at the 17-yard line. So 1:16 to go. I got to get an explanation on that. Why they don't get the full 40 seconds on the play there, and they only give them 25 to run off the clock. Just imagine if this was a one-possession game, and that had been the ruling. With two, you don't think about it so much, but if it's just a one, those extra 15 seconds might be really huge. So Ore Diggers take over from their own 17-yard line, trailing at 28-13, 1:16 to go here in the fourth quarter. Straight drop back by Capper, comes over the middle, ball caught. First down, out to the 29-yard line. Thunderbolts will concede that. They'll give him 4 or 5 completions in a row like that. McCurdy on the grab, out to the 29-yard line, 1:10 to go. Clock rolls. Straight drop back by Capper. Out pattern right side, caught, knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Ball grabbed by Braylon Tate. He was knocked out by Wilson over there on the sideline.
Second down.
So second down now and 4 for the Ore Diggers. 1:03 to go here. Thunderbolts lead at 28-13. Stone in motion, straight drop back. Here comes pressure off the edge, steps up, avoids it. Now he'll run for it. Up the sideline and getting out of bounds is Capra out around the 48-yard line. That takes the clock down to 55 seconds to go. First and 10 now for the Ore Diggers. A lot of huffing and puffing going on down there right now. Hard-fought ball game. Thunderbolts very opportunistic, taking advantage of the breaks they were given today and some big plays. And their defense coming up with some timely stops here in the second half. Straight drop back. Capra steps up, and he is sacked. Actually gets forward back to the line of scrimmage. Might have gained a yard, although they're going to mark it right at the line of scrimmage. So a sack for the Thunderwolves. That's by Ramming. Second down. Clock rolls down to 35 seconds to go. Capper now steps up, fires up the right sideline, looking for Sheely. Ball picked off by Rulo. Back up the sideline he goes. 25. Get on the turf, Mr. Rulo, and he does. And then McLeod kind of body slams him at the end, tries to get away because he knows he was a little extra there he gave to Rulo. Kind of a parting shot there, but the Thunderwolves let McLeod know about it as he heads back toward the other sideline. That could have escalated into something really bad there for a little bit, but Rulo comes up with a pick. And now the Thunderwolves can go into the ultimate victory formation. It's Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference title victory formation. Oh, the coaching staff on the sideline all celebrating. Coach Foskey, he's excited for his defense. What a job they did today. Victory formation for the Pack. Fuller goes up under center. Takes the snap, and that will do it. Thunderwolves win it 28-13. Stay tuned. Thunderwolves postgame show is next, right here on the home of the Pack, Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the Pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunderbolt. Welcome to the Thunderwolves postgame show. Let's go down to the field and Joe Cervi.
Bill V. Hill celebrate at least the share and going to be talk about the effort your team showed today.
Oh man, that's a dangerous football team that we just played. You know, they're fighting for their playoff lives today, and we got their best shot today, and ultimately our team made more plays. And I'm so proud of this group. I'm so proud of our staff, so proud of this team. You know, and it's a collective effort. It starts from the top. You know, I mean, these guys were out here at 5:30 in the morning clearing this field. Our president was out here at 5:30 in the morning. Our athletic director, Coach Riston, was out here. And there's a reason this place has been so good for so long, and it starts at the top. And, man, praise God, I'm just so proud of this group.
You know, we said off air, you exercise the demon, and that just mine's been so good for so long, and this just brings CSU Pueblo back on a day that they celebrated the 2014 National Championship team. It's fitting that you were able to exercise that demon.
Oh, man, again, it's just the history and the tradition of this place is elite. And I'm glad that we got to bring them back and win in front of our 2014 National Championship team. And we got one more to do. You know, a share isn't what we came into for this thing. We're going to celebrate it and love on it and love on each other, but we got to get back to work tomorrow.
Talk a little bit about the defensive effort today. Outstanding on third and fourth down all game long.
Oh, man, the second half, they played so good, played elite. When we needed stops, they got stops. They got after the quarterback today. Gave our DBs an opportunity to go get the football. You know, I don't know how many yards Max McLeod and Flynn Schill had today, but I think our DBs did a pretty good job on those two, and they're two of the best in the country. And so that's a credit to Coach Foskey. It's a credit to those guys up front getting after the quarterback, and then our DBs as well.
And offensively, you didn't settle for field goals today.
Yeah, we didn't. That was good. And we got a call to go our way here after a review, which was awesome to see as well. And again, man, that's a good defense. They made us earn everything we got today, and guys made plays.
All right, Coach, go ahead and enjoy it with your team.
Thank you very much.
We're going to bring in wide receiver Reggie Retzloff. They haven't officially awarded this because they can't, and I have no power, but I already called you the RMAC Player of the Year, so you might as well just take that. Talk about getting in the end zone twice because you needed everything you gave.
Yeah, I mean, football's a rough game, and it took us a little bit to find our rhythm, but when we did, we're a dangerous group offensively. And whether it's me getting in the end zone, whether it's Howard with his two, we have a lot of weapons, and we complement each other really well.
I just talked to Coach Veal, and I said you didn't settle for field goals today.
No, that's the biggest thing. We preach all the time when we get inside the red zone, we need touchdowns, finish in the end zone. Our skill guys are receivers all the time. We're like, finish in the blue. We love Jake, but we love him. We don't need him.
All right, go ahead and enjoy this with your team. Got to bring in defensive back Daniel Bones, senior DB3. Never beat Mines. Tell today.
Never. It feels good, though. We had an unbelievable plan coming in this week, and we went out there and executed it. That's all we had to do.
There's a little bend but don't break today. When you guys didn't settle for field goals, you made them.
Oh, yeah, that's our goal is to not let them in the blue. We let up one touchdown, and that's unfortunate, but we kept them out on the other ones.
Talk about the effort that you knew that their quarterback wasn't playing, but it doesn't matter because it's still Mines.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. They're a great team. Shout out to all them, but we came out and we executed our job and came out and dominated.
What does this mean? And this is your second year playing for Coach Vigil. You got at least a share of the RMAC championship with a shot to get it out right next week.
It feels great. He's done an unbelievable job coming in. Last year, we had 3 losses. This year, we only have 1 right now. So he's done an unbelievable job upholding the standard and just keeping us up every week.
All right, go and enjoy this with your team. All right, upstairs.
All right, thank you very much, Joe Cervi. Thank our guests as part of our post-game show. We got highlights that come your way next. Thunderwolves win it 28-13 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunderbolt. Pack win it 28-13. Aaron Kinnitschtzke has been busy all day, and I got to get my text from my sister out of the way so I can see my darn picture. Don't text me when the game is going on, please. Okay, here we go. Let's get to the highlights. And it started off early for the Thunderwolves. It was the defense that did the job. Capra looks left, fires left, and intercepted. Here come the Thunderwolves back at the field. Pittman, he's across the 40 down to the 35-yard line. Underthrown, that now flag comes down as Feeney just decks Capra after the play is over. But the Thunderwolves set up with good field position from the midfield stripe, and eventually to be that man, Russell put it up first touchdown of the day on the board. Give it to Russell. Little jab step. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Thunderwolves.
There is your little pause, Jim. That's the hesitation right there.
Did a little jab step into the middle, and then he cut in through a giant hole, taking it on into the end zone. Extra point was good. Made it 7-3 at that point. Then Russell caught one for a touchdown. This time Rakowski in motion left. He fakes. They fake the reverse. Here comes pressure. They go up wide open. It's Russell. Touchdown! What a play! The wheel route by Howard Russell. He sprung wide open in the secondary, and Fuller nailed him.
How long do you think Braley Brown has had that one in his back pocket for the Thunderwolves?
Yeah, let's explain what happened on the play. They brought Rakowski in motion, faked the jet sweep reverse to him. Roman just steps in the pocket, and Russell runs by everybody, delivered the strike for the touchdown, made it 14-3 at that point. Mines would get a field goal late in the first half, made it 14-6. But then it was that man, we've already crowned him Player of the Year. He gets his first of 2 touchdowns. Going for it all, looking for Retzlaff, and he is being mugged, and he caught it. Touchdown! What a catch by Retzlaff!
Mines is going to challenge this one, Jim, because they think he was bobbling the ball. And look at the quarterbacks are going to say, challenge this because he was bobbling the ball.
But the review said touchdown. Thunderwolves take it. They led it 21-6. Mines, though, would bounce right back and make a game of it. And they give it up the middle. This is a scat back. He's into the secondary. He's in the clear. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Ordigger's Braylon Tate. Well, they spring him into the secondary. They're on 2nd and a foot. When you sell out trying to stop short yardage, that's what can happen to you sometimes, and the Ordiggers are right back in it here.
So you felt real good about yourself.
And the extra point was good, made it 21-13 at that point. Thunderwolves then move on into the fourth quarter. They need to figure out a way to run out the clock. They said, heck with that, let's go for it. Kowski goes in motion wide to the right. Straight drop back by Fuller. They look down the middle. They got Retzlaff wide open. 30, 25, 20, 10, touchdown, Thunderwolves.
That is your Player of the Year in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. Reggie Retzlaff, if he's not Player of the Year, then something is wrong.
What a grab it was. The extra point was good, made it 28-13. Thunderbolts came up with a big goal line stand. They would have to do it again, and this time they come up with the interception to seal the deal. Looking for Shealy, ball picked off by Rulo. Back up the sideline he goes, 25. Get on the turf, Mr. Rulo, and he does. And then McLeod kind of body slams him at the end, tries to get away because he knows he was a little extra there he gave to Rulo. Kind of a parting shot there, but the Thunderwolves let McLeod know about it as he heads back toward the other sideline. And that finalized the highlights. Thunderwolves win it 28-13. We'll have all the stats. The rest of the numbers comes your way next. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the Thunderbolt. Kind of cool down there right now. Joe Cervi has rejoined me in the booth. The seniors able to take their last little regular season victory lap around the Thunderbolt. They take care of business next week. They'll be back here in 3 weeks.
Well, it was great to Phil mentioned it a little bit that I ran into a lot of the 2014 players down on the field, before the game was over. Chris Bonner holding a kid, Greg O'Donnell, Paul Browning, who's with the team at home games anyway, and I saw a lot of guys down there. Darius Allen looks like he can still play, and it was great that they did it in front of those guys. That to just show that this team is back.
And contrary to popular belief, if you're tuning in to listen to the radio post-game show, TV guys got it wrong. They think the Thunderbolts will be at home here the 23rd. If you win out, you get a bye. We don't play the 23rd. You would play the 30th.
Whoever's the number one seed in the Super Region 4, and CSU Pueblo started in the first rankings is number one in Super Region 4. They win today, I guarantee you be there Monday. And if they win out next week in Shadron, they're going to be the number one seed for Super Region 4.
So the number one seed is off. That's the prize.
They'll play at home on November 30th.
Yeah, that's the prize for being the number one seed. That's why it is so valuable. But man, what a game for the Thunderbolts. Let's get the numbers here first before we get to our final thoughts about the ball game. Mines ends up with 18 first downs, Thunderwolves with 15. Thunderwolves 62 on the ground, 270 through the air, 332 yards of total offense. Mines ends up with 231 rushing yards, 161 through the air, 392 yards. So they actually outgained the Thunderwolves yardage-wise today. They ran 77 plays, Thunderwolves with 59. Some of the other numbers, third down conversions, Thunderwolves only 2 of 13. Mines 4 of 16. Mines 1 of 4 on fourth down. Those fourth down stops are huge in the fourth quarter for the Thunderwolves. Thunderwolves end up 1 of 2 on fourth down. Thunderwolves 1 for 1. Only one trip into the red zone for the Thunderwolves today, but they took advantage of it. Mines was in the red zone twice, 0 for 2. That's another key number as you look at in this ball game. Individual numbers, Russell 21 carries for 70 yards, had the touchdown. Walker 19 carries for 97 yards. Capra ends up with 18 carries for a net 80 yards. He was sacked 6 times in the game. What's weird about it, he was sacked 6 times, but only lost 14 yards on his sack because he was always able to get back close to the line of scrimmage, but a sack is a sack. Passing, Fuller, 23 of 31, 261, 3 touchdowns. He was sacked once. Capra, 15 of 31 through the 2 picks, 161 yards. Receiving yards, Retzlaff, what a game. 7 catches, 139 yards, 2 touchdowns. Can he be the offensive player of the week again? There's no law against it. I think he's got to be
again, he's just that good.
Russell ends up with 6 for 35. He had the touchdown. Tosca's 4 for 41. Rakowski, 3 for 21. And don't forget about Rakowski's third down grab. He only catches 3 balls a day, but he might have had the biggest play of the game, Joe, on that catch on third down.
Kept the drive alive, and they were all looking for somebody, and he's just snuck out in the flat and picks up a nice gainer to move the chains.
Yeah, it might have been the very next play that they went right over the top for the touchdown. So don't overlook that play that he made there. For them, their receiver, Shealy, 6 for 86. McLeod, Joe and I talked about it. We don't think the guy was right today. He's still showing signs of a little bit of an injury. 3 catches for only 29 yards. McCurdy, 2 for 22. Stone, 2 for 16. Defensive numbers, Seidenberger, 11 tackles in the game. He was the personal spy today for Capra. He ends up with 11 tackles to lead the way. Shaw had 8. He had a whale of a game. Bone and Turrentine. Bone with 7, Turrentine with 5. Hess and Ramsey with 7 each for the Orediggers. Moreno and Gregg with 6 apiece. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here. We don't have to worry about any more timeouts today. The games are all final in the RMAC. South Dakota Mines defeats Mesa 17-14. Fort Lewis over Highlands 44-22. Black Hills State defeats Adams 45-3. Western Colorado comeback victory. They defeat Chadron State. Our opponent next week will be Chadron State on the road in Chadron, Nebraska. Western wins at 21-17. So their playoff hopes very much alive. They have to finish the season next week in Grand Junction. That should be a whale of a ball game there to finish out the year. A little of the luster taken off it, though, with Mesa losing today to South Dakota Mines. Other scores today in Division II college football. Going to get and refresh my screen here. And California, Pennsylvania, they win. We'll just go down here and pick some of the games that you might like to hear. Grand Valley, the 4th-ranked team in the country, they defeated Michigan Tech today 20-0. Ferris State, the number 1 ranked team in the country, they survived a scare. They score in the fourth quarter, defeat Saginaw Valley 27-24. They'll remain the top-ranked team in the state. They were the national champion 2 years ago. Minnesota State, they defeat Mary 49-21. Slippery Rock defeats Seton Hill 38-20. We've always had a dream of playing Slippery Rock, Joe. Maybe that'll still happen here.
We got to.
We'll welcome Slippery Rock here if we have to in the national semifinal.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun? Charleston defeats West Virginia West. Almost said Kansas Wesleyan.
I'm sure there is
21. I think we all got a recruiting letter from Kansas Wesleyan, didn't back in the late 70s. Emporia State, they lose. The 19th ranked team in the country defeated by Central Missouri today. That's a big victory. Central Missouri, didn't they knock off Northwest Missouri earlier this year or 4 days, something like that? They've had a couple big wins. They win 45-36. Indy, the old Greyhounds, our playoff opponent that we've defeated twice. They defeated Missouri S&T 55-10. Elsewhere here, Central Oklahoma survives a scare. The 7th ranked team in the country defeats Washburn 28-27. Valdosta State, they defeat Delta State. They're the 2nd ranked team in the country. They win at 49-20. Harding, the defending national champion, they defeat East Central 34-7. Ouachita Baptist bounces back after that inexplicable upset, 55-0. And Western Oregon is at halftime with Angelo State. Angelo State has gone ahead, 17-13. That's at halftime. I haven't really been paying attention to the big boys. Joe and I kind of mentioned beforehand, a lot of other games going on in college football. My mind laser focused on this game. I don't even really know what's going on.
It's not a big day. Miami lost today, and that's probably the biggest game of the day. CU's in a little bit of a shootout or a little bit of a slugfest with Texas Tech.
Yeah.
That game's in Lubbock, and you know what? Lubbock's fun, but you don't want to go play down there.
Right. Texas wins. Speaking of Texas, they defeat Florida 49-17. Boston College, I kind of like Boston College. 37-31, they defeat Syracuse. Rutgers, man, oh man, Minnesota, that's a tough loss. Rutgers, kind of surprising this year.
City College of New Jersey.
Yeah, they're 6-4 now. They defeat Minnesota 26-19. Good for them. Navy defeats South Florida 28-7. Ohio State paced Purdue, but hasn't everybody this year. 45-0 the final there. Liberty a win over Middle. I don't know why I have them up because I don't have the top 25 scores. That's why. Let's go back here, top 25 before we close things down here. Army bouncing back. They're in the fourth quarter leading North Texas today. Clemson, speaking of bounce back, they lead Virginia Tech 21-7. That's in the fourth quarter. Kansas leading Iowa State 38-28. That's a bit of a shootout. Iowa State has the ball, but they're in trouble, down 10. And this is one I was really interested in today. Indiana and Michigan. Indiana leads 17-15. They're in the fourth quarter. Michigan does have the ball, and they just tried a 2-point conversion and failed. So Indiana will retain the lead 17-15 with 9:35 to go in the fourth quarter there. Here's another big game today. Ole Miss leads Georgia 22-10. 7:56 to go in the fourth quarter there. Georgia does have the ball at the Mississippi 27-yard line, 3rd and 10, 7:56 to go there. Colorado in the third quarter, as Joe mentioned, they lead Texas Tech 24-20. That's kind of a wild game right there.
Well, they were trailing most of the game.
All right. And we mentioned the Texas score. We mentioned the other ones. I don't think there's anything else. Tennessee plays Mississippi State tonight. Big game of the night is in Death Valley, Alabama and LSU. That'll be the game to watch. Also, Florida State against Notre Dame. I guess that's because Florida State sucks this year. So shouldn't have to worry about that. Oklahoma and Missouri, Penn State and Washington. And, of course, the religious war there. In
the Holy War. You got BYU, war. Another Retzloff on display.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch Reggie's brother, see what he does tonight against Utah.
They're playing at Rice Eccles, I believe, in Salt Lake, playing at Utah. And
that'll be what an atmosphere.
I've been to that stadium, and it is insane. That'll
be crazy. Well, Joe, I know we were laser focused on this game. We know the Thunderwolves were, and it was a little bit of a struggle early, but I got it the way I can describe it. The offense opportunistic, took advantage of every opportunity they had that they needed, and the defense came up with several huge plays on third and fourth down.
You look at that, a combined 5 for 20 on second or third and fourth down. That's just and making them settle for the field goals. That's huge. And then that's that bend but don't break, and you're doing it against a good football team and a program that has been to the summit a couple of times now. They haven't crossed the summit, but they've been up there. So this is a huge win for the program. It's a feel-good day. It's a senior day. It's the 2014 Natty Championship Team Day, and you get the W over. You exercise that demon of Mines.
Well, how fitting it is. We talked about the 2014 National Championship. Hunter Hughes was their defensive coordinator, and we were kind of dialing up a little seance there with Hunter Hughes with the defense. Little bend but not break there in that fourth quarter. They kept him out of the end zone.
Everything between the 20s, you can do all you want.
So, Hunter, if you're listening, hi, buddy. We miss you, but you would be proud of the Thunderwolves today, the legacy that you helped lay down.
Well, and I called this a coach's game.
Yes.
I said this was you got the talent, and you have more talent than they do. Your coaches are going to earn your stripes today, and they did.
Well, now it sets up the game next week on the road at Chadron State. I've kind of worried about this game a little bit throughout the year. I was more worried about weather, but now it looks like we're going to have a great weather day, and it's a chance for the Thunderwolves to put a stamp on this season. They've already clinched the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference title. Now they get a chance to clinch the number 1 seed in the region. It'll be a big day next Saturday.
You can't place an importance on how big a game it will be next week. And I know Phil V, he'll let this team celebrate senior day, and they'll get to enjoy this for 24 hours, but they'll flush it tomorrow. And when we talk to him on Wednesday, it's going to be all business.
And you'll know it'll be tough because you look at the scores this year. Chadron State has a championship defense. Their offense may be a little suspect, but their defense will keep them in the game if you let them.
Well, and so you're going to go good on good.
Let's do it. All right. We'll be there for it. Join us on Wednesday. It'll be the Pack Football Show from Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House. I'm going to head on over there and have a victory beer. I like to do that on Saturdays after the Thunder Bowl. I'll go see Ryan Howard. Say, maybe I'll get some hot honey, Joe.
There you go.
Good luck. But we'll be there on Wednesday night for the Pack Football Show, 6 o'clock, Phil V. Hill. We'll have a couple of guests with us as well. Joe will join me. Look forward to seeing you there and celebrate a conference title, but hope to celebrate a little bit more as we go. You know what? I see Cody Ranning down there with a victory cigar.
I know. It's like, come on, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow Jr., we can't be doing that, can we?
I guess you can.
What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
Who are we? What are we doing here?
A reminder, next Saturday, the game's an hour earlier. Noon kickoff, high noon from Chadron, Nebraska. We'll be on the air at 11:30 with the pregame show. Chadron State, the red letter game, as John Riston used to call it. I guess it has big red letters next week as you try to clinch the regional
Chadron.
Yeah, against Chadron. That's what John likes to call
Chadron.
It. All right, we'll be there. All right, Joe, thanks a lot. Enjoyed it. It's nice to be back where we belong.
Always
the conference
fun.
champion,
Yeah, it
right?
feels like we've never left, but we have for a long time. Too long.
All right. Congratulations to the Thunderwolves. Aaron Kinnitschtzke has been our producer and engineer today of Thunderwolves football. Special thanks, of course, to Sports Information Director Ben Greenberg. Also to Dr. Paul Plinsky, the athletic director, Tim Flynn, the sports information director up there at Mines. Take that loss with you, Tim. We'll see you during basketball. All right. My name is Jim Brooks. Reminding you, the Thunderwolves win it today. Did I just take a little jab there, Tim? That's all right. He likes me. All right. Thunderwolves win it 28-13. For my partner, Joe Cervi, for Aaron Kinnitschtzke, this is Jim Brooks bidding you good evening. Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference Championship Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo.